Generation Z. Authentic. Real. They thrive in the mundane. But let's be real, nobody knows what they want. Only they truly understand.
For real?
Yeah, but that's okay. We get what you need. Guys, where are we going now?
Anywhere! Mountain, beach, middle of nowhere!
Why?
Because we can!
Well, let me help out. Smart 5G. Best in 5G coverage experience and best in 5G availability.
Oh, wow! Those are a lot of apps!
That's fine. When you got Powerall, you could do it all. Multiple apps? No problem.
Whoa! From Wi-Fi to data in an instant.
Yes, sir. Magic Data saves you anytime you need it.
And it doesn't expire?
That's right.
Cool! Oh, dead spot.
If only you could switch in an instant. Oh, wait.
What? eSIM is that easy?
For
For real kasi!
backed up by nationwide coverage. So, yeah, nobody knows what Gen Zs want, but we can keep up with real connection and real fast data. Live for real with Smart 5G plus nationwide LTE, Powerall, Magic Data, and eSIM.
You guys pretty much know what we need.
Live more today.
Siguro po nag-struggle po ako. Nung nag-start po ako maglaro, wala po akong kalaro kasi syempre babae daw po ako, ganun, baka mahina, ganun. Pero
Yung hindi po support yung parents ko sa akin. Kasi ano yun, may mga bootcamp syempre strict yung parents, kaya ayaw nila na ganun.
naghanap po ako ng mga kasama ko maglaro, mag-grind, hanggang may nabuo po kaming team, tapos doon po nag-start.
Kasi nararamdaman ko po sa sarili ko na may laro po talaga ako. Hanggang sa umabot po ako dito, yun, sinusupport na po nila kasi may mga napapala na po ako.
Sinasabi nila sa broadcast, unang-una, yun, sa akin, sinabi, anong gagawin mo dito?
Actually, nung first time ko din na pumasok sa production, especially outside the gaming, hindi din siya same na parang tinatanggap yung babae in the industry.
Ano po siya, overwhelming, and kasi po parang na bibigyan po ng highlight yung mga girls po na may world pa lang sa ML community na pwede yung babae.
Ako yung super happy. I'm really happy with the hashtag Road to MWI, with the qualifiers itself. I personally casted as well during the qualifiers, and I'm super proud of the female athletes na nakikita natin na naglalaro. And at the same time, to be an on-site event, parang it's a step closer to that big dream of inclusivity in esports.
Road to MWA is just perfect. Like, road talaga siya, lakbay, pasulong talaga siya.
Nabigyan natin ng chance, mga kababaihan, para ilabas nila kung ano talaga yung potential nila when it comes to esports games and esports tournament.
I'm very happy.
Hi guys, good morning, or rather good afternoon dito sa
Pilipinas malakas Kahit anong lane, we become the monsters. Malakas, Pilipinas malakas Face the golden sun and ripping for the 3 stars. Look at us to the top, no ifs, no buts. Winning any game, para to sa PINAS. Di mo matitinag aming boses on your level. Nasa kalye man o mobile, you know I become a legend. Open fire, we unite, we winners. Built with pressure, like diamonds are made of. Switch na lane na parang gera, HP racing may reseta. Built na katang buhat ni Hilda, full load SS parang Lyra. Susundan ko ang iyong bakas, kasama patas, tagumpay natin to. Dahil tayo'y malakas, para sa Pinas. Nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras. Kinikilala sa taas kasi kami ang malakas, para sa Pinas. Nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras. Kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Wow! Hold on. Yeah, malakas ang Pinas. We are lacking every beat, no surrender, no retreat. Pag nagsama-sama, just imagine what we can achieve. Lacking every beat, no surrender, no retreat. Giving 100 all my all, cause we just cannot be defeated. We are unstoppable, immune and invulnerable. Ready ang equipment, lahat frozen, malang crowd control. Pakita ko na jab like pow, beast of the southeast. Taas sa matawag, proud and loud, cause every enemy we devour. Susundan ko ang iyong bakas, kasama patas, tagumpay natin to. Dahil tayo'y malakas, para sa Pinas. Nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras. Kinikilala sa taas kasi kami ang malakas, para sa Pinas. Nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras. Kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Wow! Malakas, Pilipinas malakas kahit anong lane, we become the monsters. Malakas, Pilipinas malakas face the golden sun and repping for the 3 stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we the stars.
Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, we the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, we the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, we the stars.
The 13th season of MPL Philippines is brought to you by the following sponsors. Smart, the official telco partner of MPL Philippines Season 13. Infinix GT Series, outplay the rest. Experience the MPL-PH Season 13 action live at SM South Mall Events Hall in Las Piñas City. Get your tickets now via SM Tickets. Don't miss any MPL-PH action by following our official Facebook page and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPL-PH on TikTok as well for more content. Don't miss the latest news and updates about the MLBB Philippine esports scene through our esports news tab. Visit the esports page on your MLBB app now and be a part of Lakas ng Pinas. To ensure the equality and fairness of our games, MPL Philippines is also monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusements Board.
Ay dumating na. 6 na kupunan ang nagtungo sa bulwagan ng mga kampyon, tangang ang kani-kanilang pangarap at sariling kahulugan ng tagumpay. Simula sa Minana Evos, ang muling magkatungo sa entablado ng huling kabanata ng torneo ay nagsilbing tagumpay para sa hukbo. Sumunod ang Fanatic Onyx PH. Ang pagkakatatag at pagtibay ng kanilang samahan ay nagsilbing tagumpay para sa kanilang pamilya. Pagkatapos ay ang Blacklist International. Ang pagtuldok sa mga pagdududang bumalot sa kanilang kampanya ay tagumpay para sa mga ahente. At sa wakas, ang RSG Philippines, ang pagbabalik ni Demon Kite at Kusei, maging ang desisyon na sama-samang lumaban ay tagumpay para sa mga mananalakay. Ngayon, 2 kupunan na lang ang natitira. 2 kupunan na patuloy na makikipaglaban para sa tagumpay.
Lumalaban para makatulong sa pamilya. Falcons APBREN Gold Laner Super Marco! Lumalaban para sa kinabukasan ng anak na si Wanwan, Liquid Echo Gold Laner Danny Cutie! Lumalaban para sa sarili, pamilya at pag-ibig, Falcons APBREN Jungler Kyle Teasy! Lumalaban para sa mga mahal sa buhay, Liquid Echo Jungler Carl Teasy! Lumalaban para sa pangarap at magandang kinabukasan, Falcons APBREN Mid Laner Few! Lumalaban para sa mga mahal sa buhay at koponan, Liquid Echo Mid Laner Sanji! Lumalaban para sa mga taong pumapagligid sa kanya, Falcons APBREN EXP Laner Flap TZ! Lumalaban para sa tuloy-tuloy na tagumpay, Liquid Echo EXP Laner Sanford! Lumalaban para sa kinabukasan ng anak na si Matilda Chip Unigo, Falcons APBREN Roamer Ogwan! Lumalaban para sa pamilya, Liquid Echo Roamer JP! At ang mga gumagabay patungo sa tagumpay, lumalaban para sa kape, Falcons APBREN Coach Ducky! Lumalaban para sa pamilya at kinabukasan, Liquid Echo Coach Tic Tac! Ito na ang huling laban para sa tagumpay. Falcons APBREN kontra Liquid Echo! Bees the Cavalry Champions Arena! Marking high para sa MPL-PH Season 13 Grand Finals!
Tonight, the world's finest collide once more in pursuit of victory. We have a capacity crowd here in the Champions Arena, live from south of Manila, Philippines. Welcome and mabuhay. At your service, it's Leo, Naisu, and Reptar. We Bear Bros bringing you tonight's best of 7 matchup between Liquid Echo and Falcons APBREN.
Oh man, is about all I can say after we've finally gotten to this point. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the rematch that I think a lot of people have been waiting to see after we saw that 5-game series earlier this week.
I'm seeing the comments on the online from the community. All of them are ready for a heart-stopping roller coaster of emotions that will be the MPL Philippines Season 13 Grand Finals.
We've gone through the ups and downs, called back to the teams that have fallen throughout this historic playoffs, and in just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, this best of 7 will be upon us. Just about a quarter of an hour left. I'm sure you would love to stay with us because I'll tell you now, in the next few moments, we're going to be looking through history. We're going to be looking back and checking out what went down. What is the lineage, the legacy of that trophy, that title that these two titans, these giants of the MLBB esports world, dare I say, are fighting for here tonight. Each of them actually have had the honor in the past to have carried that title of being MPL Philippines champion.
Can't wait to see it unfold. And right now, I think the amazing intro that Renmar just had called all the people to rush on in. They heard it here. So ahead of us, can't wait to see it.
Here we go. Let's look back at the history of our beloved tournament, the grandiose legacy of the MPL Philippines title.
Aether Main was the first champion of the Philippines, followed by Signal Ultra and Archangel. That specific season was the season where it showed the Philippines the importance of having a head coach. Panda was the coach there. Sunsparks, the first ever back-to-back MPL-PH champions, JP was there. Bren Esports in Season 6. We know what happened after that. M2 World Championship followed soon after. Blacklist International, the next back-to-back, Season 7 and 8, and Season 9, RSG Philippines. Nice, I know you're happy about that. In the 10th, it was Blacklist, followed by Echo, and where we are now, the defending champions, APBREN.
It's funny because as he was going through the course of the history here of the league, I was imagining myself just a young buck out there in the crowd before, right? Being a fan and then eventually getting to be a part of this and seeing it unfold. One thing that I really love about the MPL Philippines is how there's so much diversity between the champions and what they've accomplished around the world here. And it's so fitting that we call this the Champions Arena.
Yeah, let me just tell you, and blow your mind, Joseph.
Blow it.
That was half a decade ago.
That was 5 years since the first season of MPL-PH?
Well, if you're going to count the start of Season 1, approaching 6.
Wow. Oh, man.
Does that make you feel young or old?
I don't want to talk about it. But again, as you said, diversity among the ranks of the greats that we've just named. But best believe you can see and draw the line between the history, the DNA, and some of these players actually found themselves smack dab in the middle of that. I'm talking about JP. He was in that lineup when we first saw a back-to-back. He was once Sunsparks. He was once Aura. Now he's with Team Liquid.
And can I just say, you guys already know the names here. And JP, what a performance he's had this playoffs. We know there's been talk online. We all see it. You guys see it.
It's his
but
fault.
Man, yeah, has this guy stepped up? It's his fault that they are now here in the grand final.
And that they are going to be flying to Riyadh. But before we look ahead, it was Falcons APBREN that said, wait, let's talk about the championship first. We still have to defend our crown. Liquid Echo want to dispute that, want to climb back up to the mountain. I don't know what it will be called. It won't be an Age of Orca again if they will be champions. But we'll workshop it. It'll be something just equally epic.
The stable.
The stable? I like it.
I mean, the cavalry is out there, right? So
Cavalry.
Where did the horses go?
Again, we'll find out later on. But for Falcons APBREN, regular season MVP. Bulletproof Marco is going to be the mark here for Liquid Echo, because if they don't take him down, the chances of Falcon APBREN winning a game are almost 95% and up.
Pin it, take down Marco, and half the job's done. But I don't think the rest of Falcons APBREN will allow it. Let me remind you folks, if you're with us watching the Alamat Awards yesterday, then let me tell you now, here's the lowdown. A majority of the all-star team from yesterday's awards were given over to this team right here. The boys in green and yellow.
Yeah. Hey, man, when we were looking at them too, of course, it was like, you wouldn't have any other name in your mind when you think about that all-star team, because talk about the accolades these guys have managed to get this whole year and the year behind them.
Which makes this matchup all of the more a must-watch. Folks, if you remember, the first time they faced off here in the playoffs, here in the very hallowed halls of the Champions Arena, they went 5 games.
A legendary 5 games at that. A lot of people are saying that unanimously the best series that we've had all season long in Season 13. As we look at the team head-to-head, you see how close it is for these two. KDA, gold per minute, damage dealt, damage taken. But it's Echo, or rather Falcons APBREN's ability to draft lineups that have a little bit more heal that Liquid Echo will watch out for again.
Yep, that was yesterday, wherein they moved the needle. They grew even more and changed their octagon, changed their Venn diagram in stats, and started drafting the likes of Rafaela in Game 1 against RSG. Won that very series with an Angela to close it off Game 4.
It was weird because as we were watching that yesterday, I mean, it was us here at the desk casting it. You know, it also shows the development of even Ogwin when you look at him in that roamer role, and the fact that, yeah, he went and he's able to still play to a T and provide the impact even though he's on a healing hero.
And there's something about how these two teams play the game now. For the longest time, it was always objective, objective, objective. Because of the heroes popping up in the meta that are strong for those individual plays, it's all the more important now to make sure you give it your all for victory. Ibigay ang lahat para sa tagumpay.
And at some point, when everything is said and done, when literally the metagame has been stretched to its limits. Hell, even mid lane now does not feel like an island. Mid lane now has grown to be as diverse and as scary as it could be. Farsas are now valid.
Yep, Farsas, we even got to see, I don't know what the number is. Maybe we'll see it at some point today, but the amount of unique heroes that have been brought up throughout the regular season, and then of course in playoffs. I was even surprised yesterday we got to see Alpha come up here, and I like that you mentioned it because for a while mid lane was a little stale. Like some people would say, like, hey, what's going on with the mid lane? There's these heroes that, but now I feel like you don't even know, and that's what I love about the draft, man. We talked about this yesterday. They're playing their own games. I called it what? The draft dance yesterday. That's pretty much what it was, where you don't know exactly what's going to be picked up, and then you have these components where it's like, oh, it's a flex possibility as well to a different lane.
Which now brings us to a couple of big ticket matchups that you're not going to want to miss. Keep an eye on these gentlemen on your screens right now. The GOAT Few and the best in the world, Carl Teasy. That's a reunion. That's been happening all throughout the regular season. They were once teammates under the then Brenny Sports banner. And best believe, even in the coaching staff, you got Coach Robert Sanchez meeting up with Coach Harold Reyes, Archie Reyes, tic-tac. And that's a dance that you're not going to want to miss because they know each other so well.
Yeah, because of the shared histories between these two organizations, these two teams, especially the specific 5, well, include all the other members as well in there. All their rosters just have so many meetings in the past, shared histories. It just means that we have to watch out beginning from the draft. Super Marco and Benny Cutie are two players that these two teams, they want to give all for. They want to make lineups around them. That's not always the case. It's not always obvious, but when you think about it, once you see it play, once you see everything happen in the map, Super Marco, because of how well he can play alone, that affects Falcons APBREN's draft. Benny Cutie, how well he meshes together, just topping off. He's like the cherry on top of the icing on the cake for Liquid Echo. They affect the draft as well.
can I just say, it's amazing that we're pitting these two gold laners, the best two in the world, dare I say, at what they do.
Yeah.
And they're coming from different angles. Benny Cutie, a cross-generational talent. We were introduced to him in the pre-franchise era, was but a young gun underneath this execration banner then. And we have here Super Marco, who grew from a very quiet rookie in Season 9, and now he's bulletproof.
He's bulletproof, and it's funny because he was very quiet back in Season 9, and even when you see him today, like, he's got all these awards for him, all this, he's just making waves out there, but when you see him in person, he's still kind of shy, calm, and collected, and I love that about him because, man, this guy's good, and he's bulletproof for a reason. I feel like every single team that has to go up against Falcons APBREN throughout the course of this past season has been like, how do we get to Super Marco? And that's why I think it's also important, because we talked about this as well. It really comes down to which gold laner protects themselves the best. Who is that going to be here in this part of this? And then when you pair up the two roamers that these guys have on their side as well, that's a crucial component to their success.
Yeah, JP and Ogwen will greatly affect how this matchup goes, what heroes end up with their hands. They're both very flexible and can play varying play styles. However, there might be people asking, why do we call Bulletproof Marco? Oh, why do we call Super Marco Bulletproof Marco again?
Just say it. It's just you're just so used to it.
Yeah, you should just change it. 23 Falcons APBREN victories. Super Marco died 0 times. That is one of the reasons, if not the biggest reason, why his KDA is as high as it is.
Is that why? I always thought it was because of all the medals he won that you try to shoot him, it would just bounce off of the gold.
That's true. I always thought it was because he wore a bulletproof vest.
Oh,
IRL.
He has been bulking up.
He has
been bulking up. Maybe that's why.
They could be. All those could be part of the reason, but that's crazy. 23 games.
Yep.
0 deaths. Like, how? I don't know. I feel like at this point, too, when you approach Falcons APBREN, for a lot of teams, there's kind of like this aura. There's this factor, like, oh man.
Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the draft real quick, you saw on your screen members of the Underdog music label, the Ridleys, very popular here in the Philippines, OPM Music, Original Pinoy Music. If you're not in Champions Arena, where are you? From all around the world, please do let us know, whether you're watching through TikTok, YouTube, Twitch. Holla in the chat who you got going for. Are you a member of the cavalry or are you a bee?
Buzz.
Buzz.
Is that the plural? Are you a bees? Or
are you?
I think it's plural.
Are you part of the hive?
Yeah, but you can't say, oh, there goes the hive. Well, actually, you could.
It's weird. I don't know what it's called. I just.
Why do we always get into semantics?
Yeah, because they're also Falcons now too, guys. So
that's what I was
take
wondering.
That into consideration.
Have
Oakland was going like that yesterday.
Yeah, have they evolved somehow? Have they gone from the, what would the bees be? The insect lineage to the bird? I don't know.
I'm not so sure if bees are insects anyway. Like the whole spider thing. Like, folks. Watch the MPL Philippines Season 13 playoffs live on MPL Philippines official channels for a chance to win skins, diamonds, and promo codes.
We will be giving you guys prizes for each PCU, that's peak concurrent users.
That's right.
Right? Milestone that we reach here. Keep those comments coming and let us know, because we're waiting to hit that next milestone ahead of us.
And of course, we would love it if you would join us in making history this season.
Regardless of what happens at the PCU, not like I'm watching it like a hawk right here in front of me. Oh, there it is. See?
That was on cue.
You guys didn't have to put me on blast like that, but yeah, we're approaching 600K. Thanks again to our partners, Esports Charts, for providing the live data. I'm pretty sure whatever happens tonight, whether it be, I don't even want to say the score, right? I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to see history be made, because we are going to be crowning a former MPL champion. One could go back-to-back, and then the other could hearken to an age wherein aggressive MLBB is king.
It's really crazy when you think about it, because obviously both champions before, of course we have the current champion, both world champions before, and things could get flippy-floppy here, but I'm just hoping for 7 games.
If we do hit 7 games, that's more chance for you to join in on the Goodie Bag Lottery. You can watch the live stream and get rewards, and they're available now. Come in and watch the MPL Philippines matches on TikTok to join the Goodie Bag Lottery and be one of the lucky winners.
All you guys have to do is head on over to TikTok if you're not there already. Go to our official channel, that's at MPL-PH_official. Click the live stream, and make sure you do click it, because if you guys are just looking at it, it's not going to pop up. So click on it and then look to the top left corner to grab yourself the goodie bag.
The over yay.
Yay.
Right here.
OSX calls it a power tap.
Yeah, he calls it
Is
the
that
power tap.
actually a thing?
That's a Francis thing.
That's a Francis thing.
Yeah, so power tap it when you see it. I like how it sounds, so power tap the goodie bag.
It makes it more engaging.
It does?
I mean, if you're not engaged, if you're not glued to your screens when these two teams go to battle, when you're talking about Liquid Echo, you're talking about Falcons APBREN, there got to be something else more important in life. And I'm not saying that there's anything more important than the Grand Finals of MPL Philippines 15, but
I think, though, for Liquid Echo, there's going to be something hanging over their heads.
What is it?
For the year of victory, the World Tour era of this APBREN roster.
Going to part 2, by the way.
Going to part 2. They've never lost an international Grand Finals. An international tournament where they reached the Grand Finals, they have never lost. Bring that to local too. So, Liquid Echo, I know they beat Falcons APBREN. I know they're the ones who made it to MSC first. They made a statement to say that we can make gods bleed. But when you make a god bleed, retribution will be coming for you.
Oh man, that is spicy the way you put it, because just watching both the teams, just like that, when you watch both these teams play, I feel like, and I know we had our own predictions leading into the playoffs.
Ruined, by the way.
Ruined, at least for us. I can't remember yours, if your prediction was the same as ours.
None.
Yeah, I didn't make any predictions.
Wow, you just left it?
Yeah, I just left it there.
Well, that's what the best talent of English
It's afforded
can do.
him.
It's allowed. But I'm sure
yeah.
a lot of you were hoping for this at home. Let us know in the chat as well what you think is going to be this season's champion. Because, man, I didn't know that we would end up here. And when you really look at this kind of fall into place here, both these teams are going to surely pull out some surprises for us tonight.
All right, less than a minute in, and we might actually see the draft. Falcons APBREN on the pick here. They are home for this best of 7, and they are picking Red Side, which, by the way, Red Santa Cruz, you can double check for me. Red Side has been winning more, at least when you look at the last couple of matches. I'm specifically looking at the lower bracket finals. I believe that's a 75% win rate on Red. And hell, even the best of 5 between these two prior, it was Red Side that won more often.
Yep. Red Side really, it's the power of the flexibility, as Nice put it earlier, and of course the power of the final pick. It has returned.
Yeah.
And again, this is a big deal for those who have missed out, and this is the first time joining us. You're joining us. Blue Side has had close to an unhealthy win rate for a majority of the regular season in MPL Philippines.
Nosedive.
Like, it was like around, what, 70% at most?
At the start of the playoffs, it was 70-something.
Yeah, it was 70-something. Now, the defending champions want to go red. And that means flexibility is available for them.
Here we go. A mere 4 seconds away. The Champions Arena pulsing in excitement. The tension so thick, you could cut it with a blade of heptases. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the draft. Liquid Echo on the play. They could go for a gambit here, force out the Fredrin. They know for sure that Falcons have to ban out the Harith. I hate it when I'm right.
They give it. They actually give it to Liquid Echo. Carl Tizzy has had a glowing season when he got to play the Fredrin. Barely given to Liquid Echo, but this is a sign that Falcons APBREN have power picks available for them on the red side. That Novario on Few has been fantastic. Yu Zhang has risen up in the playoffs as a priority on the red side now with how well it just duels in lane. But for Falcons APBREN, Flap TZ actually, he is currently 5-1 or 5-0 this season on the Yu Zhang, undefeated.
I was gonna think that the whole Novaria and YZ Prio for the Falcons was a RSG thing, but even in this matchup, again, the rematch with Liquid Echo, they still want to get those heroes outside the barracks to close up phase 1.
That's intense. I don't remember going through this fast for the first phase of the draft, but it's already through, and things are falling in place. Jungle matchup, obviously something that we've seen time and time again. Mid lane as well. And I think that's where you have to kind of wonder, okay, what are the ultimates going to be available for the Valentine as we even get to that second phase? But look at the Carmilla. Carmilla's actually still being banned here. What?
Yep, we've evolved the meta. Falcons APBREN respecting the Carmilla of JP.
Respecting Daddy JP.
Yeah, you gotta. And this flavor of Carmilla for Liquid Echo, yes, is for the roam. But I wonder if later on this might be a signal that Falcons APBREN are thinking about Carmilla Jungle being a possibility in this series. But let's go back to what we're seeing right now. We're seeing a Roger on the side of Liquid Echo. We don't see his gold lane matchup just yet. Moskov, the pick that has risen in the playoffs, first played by Minana Evos, still available and open. Other than the Moskov, you have the power pick in the Nathan. But after what Super Marco showed yesterday, if it's not the Moskov, I think it could be the Claude.
Claude is still your peanut butter, right? Claude is still your cookie cutter marksman.
He's peanut butter and, or wait, sorry.
Peanut butter, cookie cutter. He's just good with anything.
Who's the jelly then?
We'll have to think about that. Well, you stumped us there.
Who would be the jelly to Claude?
So it's a pair? Well, technically, Dexter is.
All right, that counts.
I'd say Minotaur. I love seeing Minotaur and Claude together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was going to say the Matilda because that was pretty sick too.
That too.
The Matilda.
Yeah.
There you go. Both have been banned out. Going into the second phase, let's see what Coach Ducky and Coach Treb have in their minds.
The Moskov.
There he is.
Yep. Cross-map plays going to be available here for Falcons APBREN. Very static and quite honest is the team fighting of Falcons APBREN. You need a stronger EXP laner on the side of Liquid Echo. If it's not going to be something like a Benedetta, it could be this, the Paquito. And that controllability being dished out will be dangerous for the entry of Falcons APBREN. And here comes the flexibility of Daddy JP with a Florin as his first pick for this Grand Finals.
That's not something I would have expected from JP, but he pulls out the Florin here. And this is interesting. How do they want to answer this Florin pickup?
I gotta say, man, there's nothing that Daddy JP can't do.
That's true.
He is a former jungler. One of the first few that went out to M1 to compete. He has been here since before the scene has been established to the level that it is now.
He's a dad of the league.
Put respect on his name. He can play Florin.
I wonder if the pickoff will be the roamer for Falcons APBREN. No! They match heal for heal.
All right. In the playoffs, it's still a 0% win rate for Oakwood.
Yeah, it's still, they had difficulty with the Rafaela yesterday. I was thinking he could consider the Kaja, but then considering there's a Valentina, wow, I can't believe it. In the Grand Finals, the first game, Liquid Echo and Falcons APBREN are running lineups that are both running roamer heals.
Well, you know what? You got to start somewhere. Look at the audience prediction here, too. 41-59.
Oh, Liquid Echo are the favorites right now for the crowd online and potentially even on site.
Folks, if you're going to be hearing Let's Go Liquid through our headsets, then you know what's up. Here we go, just a few moments away from stepping into the Land of Dawn. Despite the audience predictions, it seems like there's enough utility from Falcons APBREN's draft and enough crowd control for them to overpower what Liquid Echo is bringing in terms of aggression.
I want to see if this Raphael and the Barretts pretty much emulate the same thing they did yesterday, but with better success this time around.
Here we go. The Land of Dawn beckons live once more from the Champions Arena. We welcome you to Game 1.
One thing Liquid Echo needs to respect is how Yuzhong has risen and how Flap TZ is undefeated with that. Even coming from a come-from-behind win, they can pull it off. The fact that it just breaks through formations of a team fight, and again, the Liquid Echo team fighting, yes, it's split up, but then if they're not careful, the Yuzhong can punch them the most. Look at them just duking it out in the mid lane.
This is the battles with heals right here, boys.
Trading folks.
Okay, trying to fill it out further, but look, both 2 for 2 at nearly half health here with that.
And Kyle TZ here, securing the Little Wonder. Something to note, just a few moments ago we did flash the emblems that our players are rocking. It's an interesting combination that we're seeing on Super Marco's Moskov. It's a Master Assassin plus Thrill plus the common emblem. So it's usually full-on defense or full-on offense for these Moskovs.
Yeah, and that's actually been a trend that we've been seeing for a few more gold laners specifically. It's just that they want the mana available for them as much as possible just so that they can stay in lane. And of course, as a Moskov, you want to be able to have the mana to use that dash when it gets reset. That's the strongest, one of the strongest parts of his kit and his knockback as well.
Up top, this is a rotation from Ogwin getting set up. Turtle spawning in just about 10 seconds. So we're looking at a possible 4v4 and gold lane seems to be an island. This is what you would call the GLE, Joseph.
The gold lane experience, for those that don't know.
They're just dueling.
They're just dueling out, but oh, they might make a move here. They're going to find the lockdown there. Daytona's welcome into the team. Drop down with the Echo as well.
Whoa!
Trying to escape. A little bit of health. Sanji goes in, grabs the first blood, and they're looking possibly for another. And he goes in with a 1-2 punch. Sanford driving Ogwin back, but they get that first blood of the game.
Problematic for Liquid Echo, though. Carl Teasy fell. Kyle Teasy still survives. He had to go back to base. But an early death on your jungler is not the start you want to have. Good thing that the purple buff timers are both up so they know where each other are going to be. Change of decision by Liquid Echo. Carl Teasy, instead of going for the purple buff, will rush the turtle alongside Liquid Echo.
And now for the turtle. Less than half health here. Ogwin still doesn't have that level 4. Missile expert, though, going to bring Sanford forward. Gets out just fine, though, when Carl Teasy will get the objective.
Liquid Echo so good on the recovery. It's these little skirmishes, these little aggressive engagements, whether or not they walk away with an actual kill, a TKO, or anything in between. Doesn't matter, allows for them to still recover and get back and put their foot on the ground and say, you know what, we need these objectives, we're gonna walk away. And I think key to this is their more reliable amount of burst. Without Flap Teasy, FCAP have to actually get in a good Daytona's welcome or else suffer the consequences.
Yeah, and considering that a lot of the players in this game are actually rocking Thrill, means that they know that poking is something that they both really just revolve their game around on. That once they get the pokes, once they get someone down low enough, then they're gonna go. Maybe that's why we're seeing the roamers right now rocking these two healers in the Florin and the Rafaela.
Again, you know, with this both the lineups having the sustainability available to them. One thing, too, is JP went with that focusing mark, you know, this time around. So
how many percent?
6%, if you didn't
that
know.
That adds up. That adds up.
It does add up. And playing around it now on the bottom side. They're going to go for it. Look at the damage burst right there. Ogwin goes down. Was that the 6%?
Really looks like it. You can really see how Liquid Echo and Falcons APBREN know each other. They set themselves up in the bottom lane and they just waited. Which one of us is going to pull the trigger first? Which one of us is going to show up first? It looked like it was going to look good for Falcons APBREN, but that early burst that Liquid Echo dishes out, Falcons needs to be careful.
Okay, Few. Going to just travel on through the wall. He's going to be fine, but this is Carl Teasy, of course. Being pretty aggressive here on these early rotations. We're 10 seconds away from that turtle.
All right, looking at how the first turtle went and how that engagement was, for the lack of a better term, disastrous for Falcons APBREN. Maybe number 2, maybe the second major objective will look better for them, but it looks like they sent over the switch up already. There's the echoes. I wonder.
Come down to it. Oh, the shot from Few, able to secure the turtle. But now the fight could possibly break out unless they disengage, but he's going to be in trouble. Daytona's welcome again into the team.
Bang.
A Spear of Destruction followed up by Super Marco. And they're going to find the marks here. And now Carl Teasy is in trouble. Bang. It's a triple for Flap Teasy.
Out of nowhere, here comes Super Marco. There's still a fight, though.
Benny? Oh, he was going for Flap, but he knows the rest of the team was there to help him out. They're still staying around that bottom side. Benny Cutie going for a few this time around. Benny Cutie will not be able to get what he was looking for.
Benny misread the rotation. He thought he could handle a 1v1, maybe a 2v1. Sure, I'm a Roger. No, there were 3 members there of Falcons APBREN. And we're seeing here suddenly the turnaround coming in from FCAP based off of their great knowledge of when to take fights. Super Marco earlier coming in with the Spear of Destruction. The fact that Flap Teasy was able to get a good combo in as the Yuzong, knocking up and bursting down the members of Liquid Echo. They knew that was a fight they can win.
Oh, I love the feint. Again, the precursor to that collapse in the purple side pit for Falcons APBREN. They went for an early lane switch, that should have been, for any other team, a green light, a go signal to say, you know what, they're not even going to go for the turtle. That's what I thought, and then suddenly they were all there.
Playing the map, again, we know that FCAP loves to play this macro style and move around the map, and that's something that every single team that's faced them has to deal with. So right now, you have some members from Liquid Echo making their way up top here. grab the in-game code while you can, ladies and gentlemen.
View of this Novaria has been, I feel like in the past few sequences, especially with the last one that Falcons APBREN won, it's the fact that the vision that he provides, again, you don't need to hit a Star Shatter if it gives information and loads of it. It's just good that he also hit a Star Shatter to secure the second turtle for Falcons APBREN. Let's see if he can do it again.
Here we go, turtle number 3. Echo's thrown out, spots 2, early Black Dragon 4.
Dragon Form going to be used. They know where everybody's standing. Sanford jumping out Few on the backside, but they get the Petrovian. Daytona's welcome to Kyle Teasy, will be able to secure it. Few does go down, though. Still wants to fight. Kyle Teasy caught by himself. Here comes Benny Cutie as well. And now it's Flap Teasy running under the turret with Ogun, but they get collapsed on by the cavalry. And they're looking for more as it's a double as Benny Cutie strikes back.
Massacre for massacre. 4 go down. Falcons APBREN lose so much. And they traded it out for map presence. A turret in mid. Super Marco goes. I was wondering, where's the spear? Where's the spear?
Unfortunate there that FCAP's backline. Super Marco in the mid.
Super Marco jumps in. Look at the damage he's been able to provide, though. Oh, Carl Teasy goes in, swoops in, but won't find the connection with the Appraiser's Wrath.
All right, Falcons. You have to be a little bit more careful of when you take fights. Yes, they decided to commit that turtle, that last one. But the problem was Sanford was peeling away Ogun and Few. Without the Rafaela to strengthen the Barrett's Yuzong combination of Falcons APBREN, team fights won't exactly go the way they want to because, again, they're up against a Fredrin in those cases. The longer a team fight goes, the happier the Fredrin gets and the higher the damage of the Appraiser's Wrath.
Oh, it looks like Falcons APBREN looking to go back on the offensive. 4-man presence up top, pressuring Sanji. Echo thrown out, spots Sanford as well.
Wow. Just trying to get that turret, not able to get it just yet. Another wave still pushing in, though. But look at the trade happening on now in the mid. Spear of Destruction, not going to find anyone to follow up on, but Flap Teasy will keep it together in the mid lane.
Yeah, and Falcons APBREN, they know the importance of the mid lane tower. People are probably wondering, what's Yuzong doing a Black Dragon form for nothing? No, that's him clearing and pushing back the members of Liquid Echo, because if you trade out or allow Liquid Echo to break that tower in the mid, then it's going to make things a little bit more even in terms of map control. The fact that Falcons already broke the mid lane tower of Liquid Echo means they have more room to press forward, and things like this have a little bit more advantage in the Lord pit.
And now the dance has begun. 9 minutes, 45 seconds in. Lord, 3/4 of its health. Carl catches a Star Shatter. Benny Cutie throwing beads out. Lord here, less than half health.
Sanford, fully champ stance up too. We're gonna take a quick look. Lord, a 4th of the health. Appraiser's Wrath gonna be dropped. Carl Teasy able to get it. But now that Daytona's welcome, they want to force the fight here. He spits them back out. Sanford jumps in the back, knocks multiple members up. And now they want to cut off on the backside, but Flap's still fighting all by himself, holding it together, and Sanji has to run too. It's only Flap that falls down.
Liquid Echo hunting as one. They did not let Falcons APBREN break their formation, and they walk away with the Lord and a kill on Flap.
That was Falcons APBREN actually taking a 50-50 with that Lord, but Carl Teasy was able to win it out. Carl Teasy was half a second late.
It was tough because Falcons APBREN, if their intentions were pure, it would have made sense how they engaged, but yes, Liquid Echo, they just have a great wall.
Gonna go on, charge into the wall he goes. There's tons of damage being laid out, and now the Dragon form to stay in the front. Sanford has to run at Carl Teasy running away. Spear of Destruction comes in from Super Marco again. And now Benny Cutie firing back. Wants Flap, has to back off though, as the full force of FCAP is there.
Oh my God, fight forever, you two. It's only game number 1. Yeah, don't take it slow. Go swinging right out of the gate. And you saw there actually Carl Teasy made a decision to allow himself to absorb the stun from the Detonus welcome when Carl Teasy spat out Sanford. Look at Few though, 2,593 assists. He currently tops MPL Philippines all 13 seasons. That's the golden goat.
And they beat that record by 1. Just by 1, and this match isn't even over yet. Few with this Novaria. setting up vision, setting up fights, and allowing Falcons APBREN to, despite the disastrous results of that first Lord take, have map control, a relative ease of recovery for the Falcons APBREN camp here, whose win rate is, I don't know if you guys agree with me here, slightly above Liquid Echo now. That's what the AI, that's what the algorithm says.
Yeah, based on that.
Yeah, and I agree with it because right now it's not too massive a lead in terms of the resources. Benny already has a Malefic Roar. You saw how much he would hurt Flap Teasy with the basic attacks on human form. So Liquid Echo will have the damage. But the problem is, again, Falcons APBREN, they drafted a lineup. If you look at the Rafaela, Yuzhong, Barretts, that's a very solid core that allows a Novaria and a Moskov to split up and open the map. Here comes Falcons.
Okay, Sanji's going to go ahead and grab that ultimate he's looking for, the Echo. But really, it looked like they wanted to make a play down there, knowing that they have a very a minor lead working around with this. But Lord's going to go ahead and get that enhance and spawn now into the Land of Dawn.
The Falcons are rotating. Gonna check in on the Lord. Huge advantage for them. They're there maybe 5-10 seconds earlier than Liquid Echo. They can go ahead and start up the dance. Lord here, 3/4 of its health, approaching half now. Carl Teasy spotted by the missile expert. Lord here, 1/5 of its health.
They are just going for it under the half mark, the 4th mark. Carl Teasy going to jump in. Kyle Teasy to meet him. Dragon Form going to be used as well. Spirit Destruction comes down, and he able to grab it. Super Marco in trouble as he gets punished from Benny Cutie. And FCAP runs from the punches of the gloves from Sanford as he finds the 1-2, and they grab Ogwin as well. It's only Kyle Teasy left to his own.
Disastrous. I could have sworn I was back in Jakarta. Sanford going into the back line, much as you would as a Yuzhong, but he's playing a pack. They're going straight for the base.
They're going to run it down the mid. Kyle Teasy can only watch as Echo drives in. Liquid Echo finishes it in a 14-minute game number 1.
Carl Teasy. 2 key retribution wins at key moments meant that Liquid Echo got the sign at the right time to fight it out. And in that Lord, they got the sign and they won the fight.
And what's crazy about that last engage was it was Falcons first to the scene. They had all of the initiative. They even pulled the PDF, the preemptive Black Dragon form, and it wasn't enough. It's amazing. They did not expect, they did not think that Sanji would have found the flank. I didn't even see Sanji there.
Yeah, it was a San duo flank actually. Sanford from the, let's say the south, Sanji from the north, and both of them pincering maneuver. They really look like a scorpion.
It's a San sandwich.
It's a San sandwich. Exactly. That's new. Clip that.
That's good.
Credit Leo for that.
San sandwich.
Came from in here, I think. Or not, I don't know.
I was going to say. Well, either way, talk about, I don't know, this feels weird because we're so used to longer Lord dances, but this was just like I was going to say a word in Tagalog that I'm not sure if it's right, but
we'll translate it.
It's Bardagulan, right?
Bardagulan. It's a brawl.
It's a brawl. There we go. That's what it is.
We'll throw over our analysts try to break down exactly what just happened. It's midnight, by the way.
It's midnight.
Looks great.
Cavalry! Are you not entertained? Liquid Echo gets first blood in this Grand Finals of MPL Philippines Season 13. Napakalupit ng pinakita sa atin at pinamalas ng Liquid Echo dito sa game number 1 on the back of an MVP performance mula dito kay Paquito na si San Ford. Again, napakalupit ng pinamalas ng kanyang mga kamao para masuntok ang unang laro dito sa finals laban sa Falcons APBREN. Sanford, pinakita niya lang dito na wala siyang takot pumasok. Wala siyang pinipiling target. Lahat ng makita niya sa unahan ay sa kanyang susuntukin. 3-1-5 ang kanyang KDA, 73% kill participation. Very crucial dito yung kanyang piniling emblem, yung kanyang fighter emblem alongside the agility para meron siyang chasing power. At idagdag mo pa dyan yung quantum charge and of course the flicker. And napakaganda rin ng kanyang itemization dito. counter strike. Again, may mobility rin yan kapag umabot ka ng 3 strikes. And then, rekta sa blade armor. Majority ng damage output na kailangan intindihin ni Sanford dito sa front nines ng Falcons APBREN ay physical damage. Nandiyan yung Yuzong, nandiyan yung Barats, and of course, nandiyan din yung Moskov. Kaya naman hindi siya masyado nahihirapan from frontline dito kasi yung mga damage na nilalabas dito ng Falcons APBREN ay namimitigate. Dagdag mo pa dyan yung existence ng kanyang warrior boots. Kaya naman yung kanyang pag-assassinate sa backline ay napakadali lang kasi essentially kapag nagpakita siya may liguran, ang hinaharap niya rito ay sila Few at pati na rin sila Super Marco. Falcons APBREN naman meron silang way para mag-initiate ng teamfights dito. The only difference is, ang lineup ng Liquid Echo dito ay pwedeng maghabol 24/7. Wag na wag niyong gagawin yon, lalo sa mga nag-ahabol ng mga jowa dyan. Pero for Falcons APBREN, naghihintay kasi sila ng set with a Petrify coming out from Flap TC. Nakakita naman tayo ng iilang teamfight dito na lumamang yung Yuzong engagements dahil nga yung setups ay napakaraming follow-up mula dito sa side ng Falcons APBREN. Nandiyan yung Detona's Welcome, nandiyan yung Petrify, nandiyan din yung Stun na pwede manggaling dito kay Ogren. And of course, yung mobility na meron dito si Super Marco ay magagamit na to maneuver around these fights. Pero when it comes to all-out skirmishes for the side of Liquid Echo, kapag walang natatarget dito ang Falcons APBREN, ay pwede silang tuloy-tuloy lang mag-engage. As you're seeing it right now, yung advantage ng Liquid Echo dito ay pwede nilang habulin yung mga members and yung mga heroes ng Falcons APBREN dahil amplified din yung kanilang pagiging aggressive dito sa mapa dahil nandiyan din yung Florin na nakakapagbigay ng global heal. Essentially, ito yung ultimate version na tinatawag natin before na ube dahil hindi kailangan sumama nung utility support or nung healer ng Liquid Echo dahil kahit saan aabot dito yung Bloom ni JP on the Florin. And ngayon makikita natin ang ating mga emblem dito. Super important na tingnan natin yung emblem ni Benecutie. Talagang pinifavor niya ang kanyang Assassin emblem alongside the Thrill, Master Assassin, and of course, Weakness Finder. Adding to the additional chasing power for Benecutie. And yung 1v1 situation laban kay Super Marco, it allows the Roger to be able to fight against the Moskov. Dahil kapag tinamaan ka or kapag nag-proc yung Weakness Finder, mas bumababa yung lakas ni Moskov dahil bumababa yung kanyang attack speed, magiging super dependent siya sa kanyang mobility dahil nga may movement speed nerf din kapag nagpo-proc yung Weakness Finder. Dagdag mo pa dyan yung slows na nanggagaling dito sa corrosion site. Kaya tuloy-tuloy yung paglaban dito ng Liquid Echo kasi basta may madikita silang target, nandyan yung mga Terrify, nandyan yung Taunt, nandyan yung suntok ni Sanford, nandyan din yung kanilang heal and yung defense. Kaya naman, ang hirap din labanan ng kanilang composition dahil yung lineup ng Falcons APBREN ay naghihintay ng mga proper setups. Very important din dito yung kanilang mga anti-heal, yung Necklace of Durance na nahawakan ni Sanji dahil nalilimitahan din yung heal na nanggagaling dito kay Rafaela on Ogwen. Now, looking at the stats here, Rich Guy, of course, Benecutie, 762 GPM. Nagkaroon tayo ng malaking contrast sa playstyle ng mga gold laner dahil instead na nagpa-farm lang si Benecutie ay talagang hinahabol niya yung mga skirmishes sa mid-game dahil alam nila na lamang sila dito sa side ng Liquid Echo. Kaya naman makikita natin napakataas ng kanyang damage dealt. Even placing as the second damage dealer dito sa side ng Liquid Echo. Only behind dito kay Sanji dahil alam naman natin gano'ng kasakit ang isang Valentina but also near the damage output of you on the Novaria. Usually, nakikita natin yung Novaria kahit sa side yan, madalas talagang mas malayo yung kanilang damage. Pero dahil nga sa ginagawa ni Sanford kanina, ay nadidissuade din yung Falcons APBREN na labanan dito ang Liquid Echo dahil nga laging may assassin. Essentially na parang assassin pero fighter talaga na humahunting dito sa mga members ng Falcons APBREN. And it allows Liquid Echo na lumaban ng rambulan dahil yung Falcons APBREN dito hindi sila makaharap ng proper teamfight kasi nga ang daming nanggugulo, ang daming nangahabol, si Benecutie kumakalmot lang, and meron pang heal na manggagaling kay JP. Essentially may reset din dito yung Liquid Echo kapag kinailangan na nila ng backup against Falcons APBREN. Nakakita naman tayo ng mga malupit na suntukan ng early game dahil nga may teamfight prowess ang Falcons APBREN. Pero pagdating sa mga skirmishes, talagang doon na lumalamang ang Liquid Echo dahil kaya nilang habulin, kaya nilang mag-reset, kaya nilang i-sustain, and essentially, kaya nilang i-dismantle dito yung nature ng composition ng Falcons APBREN. Now, makikita natin dito sa heat map ang galaw ng ating mga players. Dito natin natin makikita or mababasa kung paano ba yung nangyari dito sa unang rotation sa first 5 minutes. And this is Carl TZ. Again, very typical and classic rotation para sa mga jungler. Kuha ka ng farm, make sure na makuha mo yung level 4. And immediate na manggugulo ka sa side lane. And this is very tactical kasi nalilimitahan mo yung pwedeng gawin ng kalaban mo sa mid lane. And of course, it forces out the reaction to deal with the jungler. Kaya naman nagkakaroon tayo ng parang struggle sa mga side lane dahil laging nandoon yung bakbakan dahil dumadalo na rin nga talaga ang ating mga jungler. And after doon, nakita natin, nagkaroon ng focus dito ang Liquid Echo na i-contest yung early game na pwede makuha ng Falcons APBREN, forcing out the skirmishes, even yung mga battle spells sa side nila. And naturally, pagdating ng mid-game, doon na natin nakita yung strength na meron kang Roger and of course yung Florin din. Dagdag mo pa dyan yung Pakito ni Sanford na magdamag talagang hinabol yung heroes dito ng Falcons APBREN. Kaya naman sila ang una nakakuha ng first blood. Una na first blood pa dito sa ating game number 1. Mainit! Ang game number 2 natin, ako legit nahiinitan ako dahil sobrang init talaga nung bakbakan. Kaya naman palamig muna tayo at bumalik muna tayo sa ating host na si Mara at pati na rin si Hans.
It's the last match of the season. Alam mo, Hans, gusto ko malaman kung gaano ka-excited nga ang ating mga manonood dito.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
Pwede bang mag-cheer ang mga Falcons APBREN? Okay.
That's pretty loud. That's pretty loud.
All right. Okay, how about here? Liquid Echo! Nakita sa camera yung kabilang team. Ulitin natin. Falcons APBREN!
Full house tayo today, that's for sure.
Full house tayo today. Pero just to be sure, hindi ako pumili ng
Yun na nga.
kulay.
Actually, nakita ko yung post mo nung nakaraan. Parang kung ano daw yung sinusuot mo, yun daw yung nananalo.
So, pula tayo today.
Okay, play
Pula tayo
safe
today.
tayo, slide today.
Tignan naman natin, kumustahin natin ang ating mga talents from the Bahasa Indonesia broadcast. Hello!
Mirko, KB, you guys there?
Oh, hello. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hi, Mirko. Hi, KB. My gosh. What do you think about the game so far? 14 minutes, just 2 lords?
I think there's no surprise. This is Liquid Echo Express. So, they're just doing their job.
Okay.
How about you, Mirko? Were you surprised?
Yeah, I was actually really surprised, because my prediction before this match is Falcons APBREN to win 4-0. Oh, what?
Well,
4-0?
well, we know what happens when Mirko guesses.
Yeah.
We know what happens when you guess.
Yeah. You know what, Mirko? I'm gonna ask you a different question this time. We've seen quite a short game in game number 1. How do you think the rest of the series will go?
Yeah.
Well, whatever, whether it's a sweep or whether it goes 4-2 or 4-3, how do you think will the series go? Will it be short games or will it be longer games for you?
I don't know. Based on the current meta, based on the way the playoffs have just been going, it seems like the fast tempo teams have a big advantage in these games, in these matches. So I think most of the games will be quite quick, maybe 15, 16 minutes. But if we do get game 7, I think it'll be like a 40-minute banger. Oh, wow.
A 40-minute banger.
40 minutes? My gosh. What about you, KB?
I think Echo will stay with this tempo, right? Yeah. They got the advantage. They will play as fast as they can. But what if Falcon APBREN will drag the game to late game? It could be a disaster from Team Liquid because they love to play fast, but they really, I think, can I say weak in late game? Late game. Yeah, in late game moments. So Falcon APBREN can take this game, but seriously, guys, just do your job until the late game.
Okay, let's see about that. Now, these teams are going to be might be facing Indonesia in the upcoming MSC. If you guys were to pick, who would you want to face Indonesia and why? Would it be Liquid Echo or Falcons APBREN? We'll start with Marco.
We have the same answer.
Oh, same answer. What is it?
Same answer. Yeah. Wait, 1, 3, 2. TNC. Yo, my man. Yeah. Fun fact, I'm a big fan of TNC. Same, biggest fan, Kaldag.
Okay, No, but for real. Let's get you to pick a team.
Yeah, from
Who
these
would you-
two.
Who would you rather Indonesia face?
I think it's for Team Liquid. So we can see bigger turnover, that very, very hard for the early game against the team that very, very express on the early game, Team Liquid Echo.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You feel the same, Marco?
yeah, I think so.
Because KB said Liquid Echo, I'll have to agree, but I'll agree in a different way.
How?
Falcons
Okay.
APBREN will win, so Falcons APBREN. Yeah.
No, Mirko, no.
Yeah, no?
Don't say that. You curse them. It's okay.
We want that to
It's
happen.
okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, Mara, it's okay, Hans. Okay.
They're thinking about it, but we're here. Now you talked about Echo Express, you talked about all the other teams. I want you this time around to figure out how the series will unfold. Miracle, you mentioned 4-0 a while ago. You're gonna have to change that now. How do you think, or what do you think is the final score of this series for you?
Honestly, I really don't care who wins as long as it's 4-3, but I'll say Falcons APBREN 4-3.
Falcons APBREN for you. What about for KB?
Yeah, 4-2 for Falcon APBREN.
Both for Falcon APBREN. Well, we'll see about that. So we're gonna head to game number 2. Thank you so much. Bye, KB. Bye, Marco. We'll
Good
see
seeing
you
you
soon.
guys.
See ya. Thank you.
Let's see if their predictions are right. At sa lahat ng ating mga manonood, write down below who you think will win. Will it be Falcons APBREN or Liquid Echo? Punta na tayo sa ating mga casters para simulan ang game number 2. Casters, pasok!
Great hearing from Hans and Maran as well. Our good friends, Serumpun and Tinimakasi, to Kabe and Mirko back at the desk, prepping for game number 2. Leo, Naisu, and Reptar here at your service. We Bear Bros. Before we head back into battle, let's give a shout out to our official sponsor, Smart. Smart Gigarin is open to all Smart and TNT subscribers, where you can join an array of arcade games and esports tournaments, especially MLBB.
Here's how you guys join. All you have to do is create an account on gigaarena.smart using their Smart or TNT mobile numbers. And with the new Smart Giga Arena 20, you can unlock the world of Giga Arena tournaments for your shot at all the prizes you want.
Giga Arena comes with 2 Giga Arena tickets and 100 MB for all sites for only 20 pesos, valid for 1 day only. Load Giga Arena 20 now in the Smart online store.
Smart Giga Arena, check them out on Facebook. You'll see there's a lot of activities, not just these casual daily tournaments that allow for you to test your skills and grow as a player in MLBB, but you can also get discovered through things such as the National Community Esports Tournament, like empowering grassroots is what we're talking about. Also as well, we'd like to shout out our official sponsor, Infinix GT Series. Outplay the Rest, brought to you by Infinix, the official sponsor of MPL Season 13.
Be unstoppable and outplay the rest with the Infinix GT Series.
All right, so now back to brass tacks. I understand why and how our Indonesian brothers have so much trust in Falcons APBREN. Hell, you can call me guilty because I also think Falcons APBREN can do it. But with Liquid Echo now seemingly tilting the scales again, Reptar, why might they want to go blue?
Oh, well, the momentum on their side. They look comfortable drafting in the blue side. I think for them, they're going to be considering, are they really going to give the Fredrin? If they're thinking there's going to be a game number 7. So if the Fredrin doesn't go through, then as early as now, they can already come up with and try out their new variations. Bring out the other variations on the blue side that won't have the Fredrin available for them.
I think they still possibly go for the Fred, but I'm wondering too if we see a different roamer options for both of the teams here.
Which I would like to acknowledge as well. Minotaur is a big ticket pick here. Was banned out by Falcons APBREN in game number 1 red side. Chip also very well acknowledged by Liquid Echo. Now we'll see the draft as we go into the game 2 proper. There's Baksha. Wow, look at the quick clap back.
Whoa, whoa!
They let these heroes through.
Whoa, we're already at this portion. Okay.
Nani?
So, yeah, Fredrin wasn't given. The Low Yi was picked up. We're not going to be seeing Low Yi chip. It's going to be banned out in the second phase by Falcons APBREN. But that feels like a little bit of a flex by Liquid Echo because with how the Low Yi, Baksha, and Roger pair up together, that's a lot of mobility. They don't need to play around that diversion. Those 3 heroes within their kits already move around the map fast. So Falcons APBREN had to pick up something like the Novaria to get vision and utilize that to have a read of where Liquid Echo are in the map at times where they can't see them.
This is interesting because even with that, you know, we know how much a Lui Yi can change the course of game. And remember what we even saw before, right, from, what is it, the low-key king. We saw that from Aqua earlier where he was able to even end the game with it. But look at these last bans coming out. The floor was actually banned out by FCAP here. And there's the Claude.
They're going to give Chip Lui Yi?
I think they're okay with that. They did very well to try and stop how these are picking the Fred, but it seems like the Baksha is what he's grown to love all season long, season 13. And yeah, they're saying, Daddy JP, make my day, your move. They let through the chip. What's Falcons APBREN thinking? Now, what's more important than blocking out the chip?
I'm trying to think right now, gold laner, but they can pick it up later. They know that Roger's going to be going into the gold, so they can spend a little bit more time thinking about what they're going to get. Jungle, maybe.
The Kov?
Yeah, the Moskov most likely is going to be later on, if not now. Yeah, they go ahead and pick up on Akai first, so a much better choice. Paquito into Akai, brave choice here by Liquid Echo, actually.
They're going to
pick that up, yeah.
Is this the Chipak combo?
Yep.
What?
The
Chipak.
combo.
Chip with the
Chip and a Paquito, yeah. I like it.
Sounds like a new flavor of chips.
It is. Oh, it's Carmilla. Ah, okay, makes a lot of sense. It's Burst.
Was banned out game 1.
Yeah, and Carmilla is very happy paired up with Burst heroes. The Paquito is one, the Lo Yi as well. So that will actually mean that if ever you don't get a good rotation in to the members of FCAP, then it's good because the Carmilla is going to be sharing the damage anyway. And we're thinking about a team fighting perspective. Gold laner, it feels like, are they still really going to go to Moskov? I feel like Liquid Echo have drafted lineups that will actually give a Moskov quite some difficulty. But it will be.
It seems like Marco's resolutions, I'll just play better.
Yeah.
I'm just going to dodge all them bullets. And it'll help this time around. There's vision. There's a good amount of peel between the Minotaur and the Yuzhong, and of course the displacement provided by the Akai. So, again, combat mobility. Falcons APBREN have it in spades. But when you're looking at just sheer mobility, folding the map in half,
yeah,
Liquid Echo, no one comes close. Maybe only if they added a chip, that would make it worse, but with the Lo Yi, just almost anything's possible.
You can literally bring in the cavalry with this hero, right? That's something that they're going to have to look out for, of course. We're taking a look at this lineup rating, though. Of course, things can be a little skewed here. But interestingly enough, it is going to be FCAP with that lead and that lineup rating.
Yeah, the algorithm seems to really, really favor vision and utility. And it doesn't quite account for the amount of burst and the mobility on the map that the diversion can provide. So going into game number 2, obviously, the cavalry have momentum on their side. How can the defending
Welcome to Mobile Legends
equal the odds?
I'm looking at that Akai pick as maybe one of the biggest reasons why our lineup rating got skewed here, because looking at the overall team fighting desires of Liquid Echo with their lineup, the Paquito, the Roger, the Carmilla, all of them will get messed up by an Akai. The Curse of Blood goes down, the Akai heavy spin, pop that off, and it's going to stop Liquid Echo from getting the team fight they want to have, while the Curse of Blood is still active on the members of Falcons APBREN.
Looking at these emblems right here, Marco rocking the same emblem set as earlier.
Yep. Pretty much the same. Nothing too wild in terms of the emblem picks. A lot of them starting with the boots already. Roger picking up a jerkin there, so is the Moskov. So yeah, both of them just built it a little bit more physical defense for each other.
About a minute from Turtle spawning now. Huge presence for Falcons APBREN. They're pushing in to Liquid Echo's jungle.
Yeah, they really do want to force themselves on this side. Galtizi just going to scoot on through the wall there. Of course, Flaptease will take a couple punches, but this is what we see time and time again, all leading into that first objective, that Turtle coming up in about less than 30 seconds here.
Yeah, that was a good rotation into the jungle of Carl Teasy by Kyle Teasy. Gets a little bit more information, and now that allows Falcons APBREN to press a little bit more forward of the EXP lane. These little things where their place in the map, their positioning is important for the first Turtle of the game.
And now, here we go. The river has started a running. Looking to hit level 4. all these members of Liquid Echo and Falcons APBREN, it seems to have come to a crawl. They're waiting for that last wave to click, and now the dance. Carl and Kyle.
Carl and Kyle going at it. JP joining the fight. Sanford there as well. The lockdown with the heavy slam. Carl Tizzy will be able to get the turtle, and now Kyle in trouble. Dragon Form going to be used by Flap. Tizzy has some suppressing fire, but the Curse of Blood comes down, and it's a double for Sanford.
Carl Tizzy is inhuman.
Yep.
He's an Omega level mutant.
He is an Omega level threat to Falcons APBREN right now. It's like he was there holding his ground, heavy spun, and told Echo, my Orcas to me. And remember, with a heavy spin, if you're pinned down to the wall, it's not like you're stunned for the entire duration. There are little moments for you to get a skill out and to get a battle spell off. Carl Tizzy just found the right moment. And again, this is him continuing his trend from the previous game. He's just so on point today with the Retributions.
Oh, wow. Game 1, it was few that broke through. And now it's Carl Tizzy. Number 3 now, only behind the Queen and the idol ng mga kids. Can you believe that? Carl started as a jungler, a mid laner, as you would call it in the old days.
Yeah.
And now he's here. Top 3 assists.
It just goes to show how much his game has evolved. In an interview earlier in this playoffs, he mentioned, really, the shot calling that I do for my teammates, I don't care about myself anymore. It's all for them.
Yeah, he plays like it too. You can really see it, and a lot of times the way that they just move around the map, this squad here from Liquid Echo, you can see just how dominant they can be, especially when they find themselves a lead. But we've seen the same thing on the flip side from Falcons APBREN, and that's why this is going to be so tense. And hopefully they find this adjustment they need here for FCAP.
20 seconds. Ooh. Next turtle spawning, and it's a clear advantage for Sanford. A level up. I would assume gold as well. An advantage for Liquid Echo, 2,000 on them. The river started running. And this is another chance for Falcons APBREN to make a move, jockeying for position. I'll be honest with you, if I was Kyle Tizzy in that situation, I would have even maybe scratched my nose with that amazing heavy spin. But no, Carl Tizzy plays the mean high as well, so he knows those little windows.
Yeah, he knows the windows of timing. Turtle already up. Benicudi has a Wind Talker here. Sanford has a Hunter Strike.
Okay, once again, Ogwin, this time around, we'll have them Noah's Fury ready if he wants to set. JP can hold him in the front side too, but Sanford gonna go on the backside again, looking for a few. Will be able to get the turtle. There's the lockdown though, coming out from the heavy spin. Ogwin tries to flicker away, but gets punched by Sanford, and he's looking for more. Flap Tizzy on the run. They're gonna be chased down. The Lycan Pounce comes in, and he gets scratched down by Benicudi.
The immortal Carl Tizzy. You see how many ults were thrown onto that young man, onto that Baksha?
Yep, and he held his ground yet again. And yet again, Few got a steal onto the turtle with a Star Shatter. That was a great use. Oh, 40.
Oh, he's gonna go in! They get the flicker out, but it's Carl Tizzy. Gets zoned back out, hops over the wall, diversion play. Gonna use Super Marco, gonna walk right into it, trying to get anything he can. But Benicudi will get the kill again on the board.
They were coming in from all directions. There was nowhere for Marco to go. Liquid Echo in a state of flow.
And they are playing out of their minds. Falcons APBREN don't know where to go. Look at the items, the massive gold gap, 1,400. Is the lead of the Paquito over the Yuzong. And we're seeing how Sanji's been using those diversions, sending Sanford behind enemy lines as the sole flanker for Liquid Echo, or to just cap off a sandwich kill onto Super Marco or to any other member of Falcons APBREN.
And this is the Yuzong that Falcons APBREN have prioritized. It was a stellar record on Flap Tizzy prior to this matchup. And now it's suffering. It's given a difficult time, and I think I'm mincing my words here, by 4D's Paquito. Pac-Man is what 4D's friends would call him when he plays the Paquito, the Pac-Man.
Yeah, no fear. No fear in his eyes. Oh, look at that. They're sending Sanford to get information.
It's like a paratrooper, like in the heat of things. Like, no vision, just go check.
It's like send a Paquito to knock people out from behind. That is wild. Let's see if Falcons APBREN can turn this around here in this turtle, though.
Okay, once again, going to be starting up. Carl make his way here. The dancing off with Kyle. Ogwin waiting patiently. JP as well. Now on the front side, Ogwin jumps in. A few will be able to get the turtle, and now can win the fight. Ogwin has to get out as well as Kyle. but Liquid Echo wants to fight. He's going to jump in under the turret. And Flap Teasy will be fine. Diversion. He's going to send Sanford there. Sanford and Bene! They find all three! A diversion play again! Will go and dismantle Falcon! A Spear of Destruction from Super Marco when he's too late! Liquid Echo does it again!
And now Liquid Echo is gonna commit vandalism and Grand Theft Purple, taking down that mid lane tier 1 like a drop pod assault, bringing in 2 Astartes right behind enemy lines. Falcons APBREN left reeling.
Sanford right now, with how he's being sent behind enemy lines to deal all that damage, it's like he's a battle cruiser and he's operational at this point.
Online.
Falcons APBREN, they are playing out of their comfort zone because Liquid Echo are forcing that. Falcons APBREN have a formation. Play around the objectives. Play around this box. Liquid Echo says, what box? We're gonna box with you instead.
Literally.
Literally.
He got dynamite in his hands. Sanford literally just playing. This is an MVP performance. If game 1 wasn't enough, like he's just going off of that flow.
Oh, and this is, if this goes to Liquid Echo 2-0 to start off this Grand Finals, he did it with what? The hero that has a Finals MVP skin for Falcons APBREN, the Paquito.
That's poetic and ironic.
A taste of their own medicine.
Again, I'm surprised that even with this, the way it's unfolding, man, he's got it that second time. So I wouldn't be surprised if later on throughout the series, Sanford doesn't get to play the Paquito again, so he's got to enjoy it now, and he is making it a showcase.
Wait, even without fighting happening, I can tell that Falcons APBREN's formation is compromised. They don't want to play this tight. They don't want to be this careful. Because again, you need to get farm up on Marco. You need to catch up. Benny Cutie has been having... Joseph, I think he's had more than just the GLE. Like, this is something else entirely.
This is an entire vacation experience paid for, basically, at this point.
Yeah.
And now, once again, diversion going to be used. Sanford's the package. He's there for Ogwin. They're going to force Kyle Teasy back. Actually, Lord goes for the reset too, but few getting caught out again. Sanford keeps him at bay. And now they reset fully. Super Marco, though, on the bottom side, pushing down that lane.
This has gone way too long than Liquid Echo wanted, and now this allows a reset for the Lord. Send Sanford back to the bottom lane. They can quickly get back into the Lord pit. But these moments is when Liquid Echo need to pull the trigger a little bit faster.
Yep, because again, the window of relative patience that they've opened up for Falcons APBREN allowed for Super Marco, Bulletproof Marco to go rat-tat-tat with a rat strap, taking that tier 1 down bottom. And that's standing gold, basically. That's Falcons APBREN getting a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, I'm surprised they managed to give themselves that breather. I was thinking that Liquid Echo would just go ahead and take that Lord, but still kind of playing it safe here. Look at the push now on the bottom side. And look at Super Marco. He could get caught out here.
Yeah, that is a built-up Paquito. He has an almost 3,000 gold lead over the Yuzhong. 2,500. Okay, I won't be too generous with the numbers, but that's already built up. And at this point in the game, that's an experience gap as well. So Falcons APBREN, they have to watch out for the burst capability of the Paquito, and here we go again.
Few once again, gonna spot it out. Sanford goes in with 1-2 punch! And he'll get the kill as well, taking Few out. Spear of Destruction not gonna land. They already used the Minoan Fury and the heavy spin, wanting to fight on this side of the jungle. Flap Teasy, he's too low. Super Marco joins the fight, gets the stun into the team, and they will go down. But Kyle Teasy now at the front of it with Ogwin as he tries to hold them at bay. It's a 1-for-2 trade.
Still not enough damage, but hey, you're gonna take what you can get at this point of your Falcons APBREN. Great knock-up there by Ogwin. The Despair Stomp allowed Falcons APBREN a little breathing room to free hit, and now here they are. That was a 3-man knock-up by that Minotaur.
It could have been disastrous, but it was just a trade of blows. Liquid Echo now have to respect the damage that Falcons APBREN can put on the board. Super Marco has been very patient, but they need maybe just a little bit more time. The dance has once again begun. Lord here at about half health. JP putting a wall up between Liquid Echo and FCAP.
Already dropping the Curse of Blood. Kyle Teasy gonna heavy spin in his way towards the Lord here. Now Sanford gonna be able to get spotted out.
Woo!
Do they decide to re-engage? Look at
Sanji!
Sanji, gets the combo off! Super Marco goes down! And now FCAP wants to fight it out. They ignore the Lord. Oakwood goes in, a few will find a snipe. And now it's Cutie on the run here. Flap Teasy still on the run, but he gets taken down by punch after punch from Sanford. 7-0-3 from the Paquito.
That's a world championship Paquito if I've ever seen one. And they're allowing Sanji to just free cast his spells from range. Falcons APBREN's formation is not built to fight that.
This is the San duo finding new ways to evolve their game. Sanji positioning himself as if he was playing his mid lane Gusion. And of course, Sanford doing Sanford things, but now it's Sanji literally telling Sanford, this is where you'll go because I'm going to teleport you there.
Oh, these two. This team, rather, Liquid Echo, innovators of offense, putting the defending champions up against the ropes. 5,000 gold ahead. The dance continues. The dance restarted. Lord here, about half health now. All members of both teams up and alive. JP engages.
Kyle TZ in trouble, half health already. Oakwood goes in, Spear of Destruction not gonna land.
Can't fight.
Liquid Echo knows that they have this Lord. Super Marco not able to join the fight. And because of the missed arrow, Liquid Echo will get the objective.
The spear won't hit the mark, and that means this first Lord of the game will go to Liquid Echo. You saw there how Echo forced back the members of FCAP. Every time they see Kyle TZ, they just want to do one thing. Try to force out that heavy spin. The problem is, if Kyle TZ doesn't use the heavy spin, the problem is for FCAP, he'll have to use his dash. That little belly bump that he does, that headbutt.
It's called the headbutt.
Yeah, the headbutt. Away, and then that's gonna be one gap closer that he won't have available for him. So it's like whatever happens, Kyle TZ is kind of screwed.
Well, he dashes back into the base through the fence, but he gets crashed down by the Lord. Flap has to use the dragon form, keeping them at bay. Lord still up, half health here. They should be able to make quick work of it now, but they lost the mid turret, and now Liquid Echo, 10,000 gold ahead, will make their work on this bottom turret. They don't commit to it just yet, but FCAP holds it together for now.
Falcons APBREN have to switch it up. They have to step on the clutch and change their defensive play, but now they jump in.
This might be the moment they're looking for. Ogun gets a huge knock up, and Super Marco throws Carl TZ into the wall. He gets stunned, and they find a kill. Falcons APBREN! Super Marco finds another, and that could be enough to turn the momentum in their favor.
There's room to work with on the map. On the back of Oakwood, getting a massive 5-man ultimate off. And free hitting by Super Marco means Falcons APBREN can push out.
Not just, it was perfectly synchronized with the full combo from Flap TZ, which made it seem like there were two straight up next to each other almost.
Yeah.
Knockups on all the members of Liquid Echo, which now allows FCAP to actually get some farm up on the map. Lord spawning in about a minute. Falcons APBREN making some room here in mid.
Oh, look at
Curse
Benny.
of Blood!
Curse of Blood gonna be used. Benny gonna jump in with a heavy spin. Keeps them at bay. They zone them out. A diversion play gonna be sent as well. Sanji joins the fight, and they're on the retreat. Sanford holding on, has the chance. Sans gets the knockup. Oakwood now on the run, but Benny Cutie's hungry for more as he finally takes down Oakwood. And now Falcons APBREN has to go on the defense once again.
Push forward assault. Liquid Echo are relentless. They know what they're capable of. Their kits.
Oh my God.
They know what they're capable of. Their items, they know what they're capable of. Their aggression. They did not let go.
Yeah, Super Marco is incredibly happy that he had a Wind of Nature at that moment. And an Akai nearby to heavy spin knockback the members of Liquid Echo. It could have gone terribly for Falcons APBREN. Maybe 3, maybe even 4. But with Super Marco being able to stay alive, having the Wind of Nature at the perfect time, Falcons APBREN still has a chance. The problem is Liquid Echo still has a crazy amount of control.
They spot Kyle TZ. This could be the point of no return.
Might be up to Flap TZ here to hold down the front. They spawn him out, they hold it here at a fourth of the health. Carl TZ also half health. He has to go for the reset. So we're back to the dance. Not a full one, but it's half health for now.
Big Oats still across online. Battle spells awaiting. Sanford's flicker. Ogwin's flicker. And now Lord of the 10th of his health.
Curse of Blood gonna be dropped down. Ogwin takes a couple shots from Benny Cutie. And he goes in with the Dragon Form as well. It's down to the Lord! Kyle TZ will get the Lord, but Benny Cutie punishes him back. And now they have to fight. Super Marco dropping down the spears on Sanford. But look at the damage from Benny Cutie again! Looking for a maniac, but they take him down anyway. Few finds Carl TZ, but Falcons APBREN, they might have just lost this game. Benny Cutie, Sanford are massive. They have the Lord here, but it's going to be worked on very quickly. Few left to his own devices.
10 seconds out.
10 seconds for Kyle TZ, and the wave is going to push in. Liquid Echo will take the game, takes the series 2-0.
Not for a second. Not for a second does Liquid Echo take their foot off the gas. They have come out, guns a-blazing, and they have put Falcons APBREN up against the ropes, down but not out. But 2-0, Liquid Echo are unstoppable.
The Horsemen, the 5 Horsemen are marching forward and keep sending the Falcons back. It seems like every time Falcons APBREN wants to do something, the answer of Liquid Echo is simple. We fight better than you, and you know it. Benny Cutie there, I think he ended the game bulletproof in that one, if I'm not mistaken. That was bulletproof Benny this time around.
I mean, he's a force of nature. He's literally a bagyo, a hurricane. How do you stop that? In the high of a hurricane, there is quiet. What do you do?
There's not much that you can do, and it looks
Take
like...
cover.
What?
Take cover.
Take cover.
You just take cover. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll throw it over to Midnight to break down game number 2 and get into the nitty-gritty of what exactly Liquid Echo is doing to go 2-0.
Dito sa Champions Arena, Liquid Echo takes game number 2 on the back of an amazing performance mula sa Roger ni Benny Cutie. Kumakalmot lang talaga ang ginagawa dito ng Roger. And ito yung dahilan bakit nahirapan din talaga ang Falcons APBREN dito sa game number 2. And of course, ang ating MVP ay walang iba kung hindi ang bagyo na si Benny Cutie. Roger 605, flawless performance mula dito sa marksman ng Liquid Echo. Napakaganda, again, nung kanilang ginagawa dito, yung paggamit ng kanilang gold laner na medyo masasabi natin parang kumuha din sa playbook ng Falcons APBREN. Kasi ang ginagawa ni Benny Cutie dito is talagang taga-follow up din siya. Of course, nandiyan yung kanyang chasing power. But this time around, instead of the weakness finder, pinili niya yung Impure Rage para may constant source of mana. Meron siyang pang-farm, mas farm niya yung kanyang like and pounce para naman masigurado nila na sunod-sunod lang or tuloy-tuloy lang yung pag-arangkada ni Benny Cutie dito sa kanyang Roger. And again, makikita natin dito sa highlights natin na medyo similar pa rin talaga yung kanilang ginagawa dito. Nung game number 1, nandoon si Sanford chasing the heroes on the backline. Kumbaga, ang purpose kasi ni Sanford dito is aside sa pagsusuntukin yung heroes ng Falcons APBREN ay bawasan yung mga members ng kanilang heroes para man ma-activate yung second skill ni Benny Cutie and ma-amplify again yung kanilang chase potential. I would say mas mahirap yung naging game dito ng Falcons APBREN. Grabe din yung mga freestyle na ginagawa ni Sanford dito. And again, yung chase potential, nadagdagan pa dahil meron pang diversion mula kay Louie. And yung team fight participation dito ng kanilang mga members ay talagang na-amplify yung pang last hit ni Benny Cutie with the like and pounce. Nakita naman natin na may konting bawi naman from the side of Falcons APBREN. It's still very similar to game number 1. Nandoon yung talon ng Minotaur, yung Petrify ni Flap TZ, yung counter-engage, and of course, yung mga tumatamang Star Shotter mula dito kay Pew and yung mga Spear of Destruction ni Super Marco. Ang mahirap lang talaga is laging may humahunting. Tapos may ultimate set ka pa ng Curse of Blood. Essentially, nalilimit dito yung movement ng Falcons APBREN kasi stuck sila doon sa team fight. Even though masabi natin may mobility spell naman si Super Marco dito, ay talagang nahihirapan sila mag-engage. Pero may mga malulupit pa rin naman na plays si Super Marco dito. Pero ang masasabi ko lang for Liquid Echo, they have one strategy in mind, which is i-bait natin yung mga objectives. Lahat, halos ng tinik ng Liquid Echo dito is ginamit nila. At of course, itatry mo pa rin na makuha yung neutral objectives. Pero ginagamit nila to para ma-bait at ma-force yung Falcons APBREN na lumaban sa kanila. And essentially, ang ginagawa ng Liquid Echo dito is parang Lord lahat ng neutral objectives. Kung saan, pwede ka naman mag-Lord/Turtle Dance, tapos mag-turn ka ng mga hero. And doon natin nakita yung impact ni Sanford sa early game. Dahil nga napakataas ang damage output ng isang pakito sa early game. Kapag na-burst niya yung mga heroes, na-activate kagad yung Roger dahil nga nandyan yung pang-amoy and yung chasing power with the Lycan Pounce. Dagdag mo pa dyan yung additional sustain na makukuha niya rito sa Impure Rage. Hindi siya nawawalan ng mana. And then nandyan din yung lifesteal with the Endless Battle. Kaya naman, hirap na hirap din talaga yung Falcons APBREN. Nasagutin dito si Benny QT. When it comes to the team fight, no, again, may Black Dragon form naman, may Minoan's Fury, may Novaria. Pero tandaan natin, yung ginagawa ni Sanford dito, yung panggugulo sa backline, essentially tinatanggal niya yung threat ng Falcons APBREN dito. Hindi sila makalaban, hindi sila makasetup, hindi nila ma-layer yung kanilang mga spells dahil nga may pakito na humahabol sa kanila. And I think dito na natin masasabi na talagang naghanda rito ang Liquid Echo. 2 games na natin nakikita na hawak ng Falcons APBREN ang Novaria, pati na rin ng Yuzong. Pero at this point, I feel like Sanford has been a huge threat already on this Pakito dahil na-amplified din or napapalakas niya yung presence ni Benny QT on the Roger. Dagdag mo pa dyan, pagdating mo ng late game, nandiyan yung Great Dragon Spear, yung Malefic Roar, and yung additional sustain na manggagaling sa Has Claws. Kompletos Ricardo dito yung equipment ni Benny QT, kaya talagang napakalaki nung impact ng Roger. Hindi lang taga-last hit, kundi dagdag na rin siya, dagdag tao na umahabol dito sa side ng Falcons APBREN pagdating ng late game. Ngayon, makikita natin na napakayaman ni Sanford, hindi lang dahil sa mga kills na nakukuha niya, although napakalaki ng streak, 9 minutes in, godlike na si Sanford, but also yung mga waves na nakiklear niya dahil nga libre makagalaw sa mapa dito si Sanford. Essentially, walang pumipigil sa kanya, hindi siya pwedeng pigilan ng Yuzong kasi nakalaan yung Black Dragon form, pati na rin yung Petrify sa mga neutral objectives. And I think that's one loophole na inaabis dito ng Liquid Echo na kilalang-kilala nila yung Falcons APBREN. Yung mga brawl, yung mga random skirmishes, hindi talaga ito ginago ng Falcons APBREN dahil nilalaan nila yung kanilang mga flicker, yung mga Petrify, yung Minoan's Fury sa mga neutral objectives. Basically, ito yung curse or yung sumpa ng mga objective-based teams. Outside of that, kapag nagpo-force ng mga bagay-bagay, yung kalaban mo ay parang naiilang ka na mag-commit ng mga resources. And that's why the Pakito really works here. Kasi aside sa nawawalan ng spells dito ang Falcons APBREN, napapakomit sila ng flicker, napapakomit ng mga ult, and natatanggal mo yung kanilang presence sa mga neutral objectives. It's also a big space na na-utilize ni Benny QT kaya ang laki ng kanyang napafarm. And of course, numataas din or nag-i-scale up din yung kanilang mga heroes much faster than the side of Falcons APBREN. Kasi essentially, ang laki nung real estate na nakukuha ng Liquid Echo sa mapa. And alam naman natin kapag mas marami kang hawak na lupa, mas marami kang maaani na farm. Especially if you are on a winning side. Kaya naman, napakataas ang GPM ni Benny QT dito. 746. Konti lang yung nilamang ni Sanford. And mind you, ang laki nung streak ni Sanford nung early game. Kaya naman, medyo nahirapan talaga yung Falcons APBREN dito pagdating sa mid, especially sa late game. Now, tignan ulit natin dito yung heat map ng ating mga players para makita natin yung early game movements nila, yung mga rotations na ginagawa nila ng first 5 minutes. Makikita natin dito ang heat map ni Sanji. Also, allowing yung control dito with the Luo Yi. Makakuha ka ng level 4, maging active yung inyong diversion. And once na makuha na nila yun, they start contesting yung resources sa kalaban. They become a big threat on the map. Kasi nga, yung diversion, essentially, kahit saan nakaapak si Sanji, pwede niyang abutin yung buong mapa. Ang malala pa dito kapag luwi ka, kahit level 4 pa lang, basta manggaling ka sa mid, abot mo yung likod ng Tier 1 Towers, and abot mo rin yung ilang jungle resources sa side dito ng Falcons APBREN. Kaya naman napakalaki din ang threat ni Sanji rito pagdating sa mga neutral objectives, pero hindi lang yon dahil minsan pinapadala niya rin yung ibang members ng Liquid Echo. One time nakita natin, pinadala niya si Sanford sa likuran para lang mang-snipe ng mga members na hinahabol nila. And ito yung sinasabi nating skirmishes outside of these objectives na hindi ine-expect ng Falcons APBREN. Kaya naman medyo nahirapan sila sumagot kasi literal na hindi mo makikita dahil nakatago rin sa bush and off-timing din yun for the side of Falcons APBREN. Now, we will be looking at some behind the stats para makita natin at mas maintindihan natin yung matchup dito ng Falcons APBREN laban sa Liquid Echo. Dito natin makikita kung paano nila kilala ang isa't isa at kung ano ba yung mga pwede nilang pinaghandaan coming into this finals. Dahil ngayon, makikita natin ang matchup preference ng Falcons APBREN. Now, if we look at the top side, yung may logo ng Liquid Echo, yan yung kanilang mga top picks. And sa baba naman, makikita nyo yung mga preference or yung mga pinipick ng Falcons APBREN kapag nakikita nila itong mga specific heroes na to. And nakita natin, kanina, nakahawak ng box siya si Carl TZ rito and walang nakuha ang Falcons APBREN sa mga past picks na ginagamit nila na nagiging successful din sa mga heroes na to. Even the Roger, yung Paramis na madalas ginagamit ng Falcons APBREN, wala rin yan dahil nakaban. Yung Brody CC, hindi rin available para sa kanila. Kaya naman hirap din talaga dito yung Falcons APBREN dahil hindi ito yung mga usual heroes na ginagamit nila or pinaka-counter pick. Essentially, kapag nakakita na sila ng Baksha or kapag nakakita na sila ng Roger, ito yung mga masasuggest or ipipick ng ating mga coaches pero wala sa kahit anong option yung naibigay sa kanila dahil either nakaban o hindi rin nila makuha dahil nakablock yung matchup. And for the side of Liquid Echo, makikita natin yung kanilang match preference. Tinatanggal nila lahat. Halos lahat ng successful heroes dito ng Falcons APBREN. Kung makikita nyo rito, again, wala yung Faramis, pina-force out yung Novaria. Dahil yung playoffs natin, medyo nag-shift na rin papunta sa Novaria Yuzong contention. Kaya malaking factor dito na even though Falcons APBREN, second pick or red side yung kinuha nila, first pick pa din ang Liquid Echo. Dahil nga, ang hinahanap nila ay yung mga matchup na pabor na sa kanila and sa historical data ng Falcons APBREN, pwede nilang i-force yung mga unfavorable matchups and pwede nilang magamit yung mga favorable matchups sa kanila based sa kung ano man ang ibibigay nila sa Falcons APBREN. Malaki yung naging preparation dito ng Liquid Echo for sure dahil nakukuha nila yung kanilang mga heroes or yung mga preferred matchups laban sa mga pinipick ng Falcons APBREN. Samantalang sa kabila naman ay talaga nauubusan sila ng option and hindi nila nakukuha ang kanilang mga gusto. Kaabang-abang ang game number 3 kung para sasagutin ng Falcons APBREN ang Liquid Echo. Pero isa pang kaabang-abang ay of course ang Snapdragon Tournament na aabangan natin right after MPL Philippines Season 13 Playoffs ends. Kaya wag niyong i-miss ang Snapdragon Pro Series Open Final Week number 2. Nandyan din ang ilang MPL Philippine teams na tulad ng Fnatic Onyx, Menana Evos, TNC Pro Teams, and of course, Smart Omega. Again, right after MPL Philippines Season 13 ends. Monday na Monday, may MLBB action kagad tayong matutunghayan. Now, speaking of matutunghayan, ito ating tignan na ang game number 3. Handa na ba kayo sa bakbakan, guys? Panoorin na natin ang game number 3 kasama ang ating mga casters.
Maraming salamat. Thank you, Midnight, for going behind the stats for us and, of course, breaking down game number 2. It's no doubt that Liquid Echo are in a state of flow and Falcons APBREN need to switch up their strat to maybe get one on the board. Join the MLBB X KOF 97 Bingo Draw event. Take a shot at winning 3 brand new KOF collab skins and unlock their exclusive ID tags.
You guys can enjoy a sweet 50% discount on your first 10 times draw and the daily first one-time draw. Don't miss out on this awesome opportunity. I'm not sure how much longer it's left, but I know I've got the ones I wanted.
What were the ones you wanted?
You only wanted one, right? You wanted the Valier one.
You know, I wanted the Valier one, but my mind changed because I now have the Paquito, so it forced me to play Paquito, and now I enjoy Paquito.
Nice.
Got that Derry Bogart.
That's right.
MLBB's first rank party has started.
Yeah.
Join the frenzy of rank party bonuses.
You can enjoy loads of activities and free rewards from May 11th to June 21.
Don't miss out. Don't miss out on this incredible rank up time with tons of free rewards waiting for you to claim. That's why I waited.
I know.
You never know when it's Joseph. He just wants to get that in there.
Yeah. All right.
That's true.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm going to get you.
We got 2 minutes left until we get back into the matchup. Let's revisit the anatomy of legends between Few and Carl TZ. In both, gentlemen, beat the heart of a champion. Few, though, a timeless idol, having played through different roles all throughout his career. And Carl Teasy now turning himself into a utility jungle master. And when it comes down to the stats again, it's very odd to compare both of them, given that they play different roles. But you can see that Carl Teasy has shown up in just one more playoffs compared to Few.
And they both have those Alamat genes. If you're wondering, what does Alamat mean? That means legend.
Alamat.
They both are legends on their in their own right. Both of them got inducted into the Hall of Legends at the same time. At that time, Carl Teasy was just about to become a two-time world champion. Few just had one, but there's still more for them in the future.
Of course. Well, we're just at the precipice of greatness for either here tonight. You can join the live stream guessing game that's available via our TikTok platform streams. Here's how you can join.
All you guys have to do is come and watch the MPL matches on TikTok to join the guessing game to support your team, and then you get to win game points.
Go to TikTok. Go to the MPL Philippines TikTok channel at MPL-PH_official. Click the official live stream and click the ongoing guessing game or to support your team and win game points.
I know you want to ask.
What?
I've been asking this all playoffs. What do the game points do? You guys in the comments can let us know what your game points are doing for you.
Comment.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know. While we mull over what Falcons APBREN are thinking. And here's a start, right? Here's a start. Game 1, they decided they'd like to go red. Game 2 wasn't up to them. Liquid Echo made the call, forced them to go red both times. And now, Game 3, here's a tempo breaker. Here's a great way for them to actually maybe get themselves on the right track. They go blue.
Yeah, that's going to change up the picture of our drafts completely because so far it's always just been Liquid Echo blue side.
Yeah.
The first bans for both of these two teams for Liquid Echo has always been for Ramis, Matilda, Angela. Funny enough, I think they can still commit the Matilda ban. They have to change up the other two now that they're on the red side. For Falcons APBREN, are they actually going to ban out the Harith on the now that they're on the blue side? Could be an option. No? Yeah. Yeah, they shouldn't.
Yeah, it's not your job. When you're on red, it's your job.
Yeah, that's the Harith ban that you're supposed to do on the red side. Valentina, Minotaur. So they tried to take out roamers and mid laners as well in the first phase of banning. Let's see if that changes for Falcons APBREN on the blue side.
I'm wondering about the Yuzhong. That's where I think things are going to change.
Yeah. What would Flat play instead?
I think he's very capable.
They took it out.
Oh, they took it out?
Exactly. See, very capable with the pack, I'd say. Yeah. Put the pack on him. Put a Borg on him.
Based off this first pick, this is the game to take us to a 2-1 in the series. I'm calling it now.
Calling it now?
Yep, calling it now.
See if your prediction's right.
Also shadows.
They'll open with a Nova. If Coach Tic Tac don't ban out the Nova, they're going to open with the Nova.
So a lot of power picks between these two teams. If they want to trade it out. You mentioned the Borg earlier. I actually like that as a pick on the first phase.
On the blue side too,
yeah. On the blue side. But the problem is with how well Sanford has been playing on the Paquito.
Yeah.
Paquito, if they pick up the X-Borg and then you don't see the Paquito yet on the side of Liquid Echo, they can just pick it as the third pick. And then again, it's a problem for the EXP lane.
Yeah. I'm thinking FCAP goes Nova and then whatever.
Always on the way.
Oh wait, what? It's
See,
left open, I didn't even notice!
It's Matilda.
It's Matilda!
That is Oakland's incoming child's name!
Oh, so did they trade the Paquito? Was that a Paquito here? Okay, Baksha.
That's
do they take the Claude right now?
They can. Oh no, again, the Paquito is such a problem right now. After those two games, you have to always think about it now coming into the first phase as the third pick if Liquid Echo is on the red side.
Are they that burned on the Moskov too?
Yeah.
That's another thing to consider as well. So, Pack Claude, I'd like, you can't pick up the gold laner yet if you're Falcons APBREN. I feel like it was too much. It's got through too much already. You gotta pick it up later on. Pick up the Barris, play it safe.
That's great. We're at Matilda.
Yeah.
We're off to a great start.
I'm okay with FCAP picking up the Paquito for themselves here. If they want to consider it.
I concur.
I see lots of prey.
Whoa. All right,
so the Roger. Okay, much better. They're taking away the Roger away from Benny Cutie.
This is uncanny, man. The Nova's still out there. Maybe. Is it because the Valentina's out and they don't want to give the ult that easy?
For sure. And at the same time, you have the power picks there. You don't want to go in the second phase with the junglers getting taken away from your hands, because after, if let's say Liquid Echo ban out the Barretts, you'll be stuck with a Nakai again, but you're up against a Valentina and you don't want to take that matchup. You don't want to play Assassins in this either, so better you have to pick the Barretts now. The Roger at the same time was just a good steal.
I've been waiting for
got me too.
Got me too.
It all was, yeah.
Good
Ooh,
Carry. Carry gets locked in.
Okay, so now there's a gold laner apiece. And going into the banning phase, I'd reckon the Nova has to go.
The Nova?
Yeah.
I think then, okay, Nova, and then I'm thinking, does FCAP actually want to ban out the Paquito this time around or let it slip through again?
Make some noise for yours.
That's, oh yeah, CC by the way.
Take away CC. So EXP lane now is a priority for both. But again, we have to consider that this is, there's still a chance this is an EXP lane flap TZ if there is a good jungle pick available. So Liquid Echo need to be careful of what they show as their fourth pick, especially the roamer pickup. Because that's usually going to be the sign for Falcons APBREN to think, okay, we can flex the Barretts now.
Interesting read by Coach Tic Tac and Team Liquid Echo.
Get to take out an assassin.
That's a throwback to their Game 5 meeting in the upper bracket finals, where Falcons APBREN almost got him.
Almost.
Almost.
I think they're just really respecting the Nolan. So Liquid Echo, even they themselves are considering that this is a...
Is it the pack?
A flexible.
Punch for
okay, good.
Yeah.
Good
it has
call.
to be the Paquito.
Off a great start.
This is sort of like a bait by Falcons APBREN telling Liquid Echo, pick up the export.
This land is our homeland.
So they pick up the Lapu Lapu instead. Great play there. You get that instant burst. Great call. So the mid lane, the Nova would be quite worrisome. I'd be quite worried for Novaria in this case, but then like who else are you going to get? Vexana is still available. She's been quite snubbed this entire series, but do you want to give the Eternal Guard to Liquid Echo? So the Vexana plus the EXP laner. In terms of what's available, I'm okay with the Benedetta. There you go.
The spirit
So, yeah.
blooms.
Benedetta and
I actually prefer the Vex.
Vex, yeah. Benevex.
Benevex.
Benevex. What?
Oh my goodness, that's the line that I know. Right here in the Grand Finals, let's go.
I'm not so familiar, so
You could tell we both blanked for a moment.
Yeah, but who knew? I knew.
Liquid Echo go Florin into a gourd, which, okay, I mean, they have a Lapu Lapu and a Baksho with them, but Florin into a gourd is a little bit of a interesting choice there, especially up against a Matilda as well.
They want to fight for a while. They want to go long, so I get the Florin pick.
Longer team fights.
Yeah.
Up against a Roger, though? I mean, they want to go long also, so okay, I understand.
Right, yeah. You got the ult on JP.
Yeah.
Keep him up. You know, try to time out the bloodthirst from Super Marco's Roger.
That's true, man.
I get it. Looking at the lineup here, the algorithm reads Falcons APBREN have a small advantage.
Yeah.
But again, I'd say that's a good chunk of the weight pulled by the Matilda.
How many times has Few played Gord? Is it like, I don't recall him playing Gord that often. I know it's mostly Aqua that we've seen play it. I know Haji does too sometimes.
This is his second time this season, and the first time they played it, APBREN won.
Hey, did I not say that in the beginning of the draft?
Welcome
I'm
to
thinking the 2-1
Mobile
here.
Legends.
Okay, let's see.
And this had to be the concrete evidence, huh?
Yep.
It had to be this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 3. The defending champions up against the ropes, up against an unrelenting Liquid Echo. Waiting for the emblems to go up. I want to see what goes on in this gourd here. And of course how Benny Cutie built it up. Look at that. Look at that. That's a full on, oh wait, no, it's a partly defensive carry.
Yeah. Just a mix. Basic common emblem still, of course. Want to be able to get that adaptive attack alongside the hybrid regen. I'm surprised actually how mana hungry carry can be somewhat. Looking at the EXP, still close for both junglers. Have to watch out for where is that? Ben Cutie at some point in the game. Because if Falcons APBREN take a fight at the right time and it's a win, if Falcons APBREN gets a snowball, this carry is not going to have a great time.
Interesting to note where there it is, all right, it's on Sanji. So Sanji definitely wants to push the advantage here, win against Few. Carl Teasy heating up. Oh.
Already level 4. Daytona's welcome into the wall. The follow-up going to come through with a stun from Few, and now whittles him down. Carl Teasy, first blood for a Few. Man, the power of those auto attacks.
You know what they say, man, the truth hurts.
Yep.
That's the Gord passive in action.
It is.
Oh, every time Gord gets a kill, type in the comment section, Naisu was right.
Naisu was right.
Turtle is up. Crown TZ will have its retribution and ultimate as well. Contestable for both. No clear EXP advantage. EXP laners, though. Already Flap TZ's here, while Sanford's just looking for the entry.
Got the gush. JP very low, forced the flicker.
Look at Few's positioning. He's ready to line it up, drops down the stun, but he's going to be spotted out. And now the fight for the turtle is going to be taken by Carl Teasy. And now they're going to run down, but the gush is going to come down on Carl Teasy as well. They force him back even further. Sanford going to get eaten up, thrown, tried to get a thrown into Sanji, but will not, and nobody went down in the exchange.
Falcons APBREN definitely could have played that disengage better. Odd how Carl Teasy did not throw Sanford into the wall there. Just threw him straight into the air.
I think he was just thinking maximize the distance I can build between. So yes, if he bumped him into Sanji, then Sanji and Sanford would get stunned, but Sanford will be a little bit closer actually to Kyle TZ and still have a chance to chase him down. So instead he spat him away, not getting the stun, but further from himself. Sanford's entry there was great. The layering of abilities of Liquid Echo in that first turtle meant that Kyle TZ was just stun locked to hell. He couldn't even get his retribution off.
And he was just bumping into bodies.
Yeah.
The fact that his Detona's welcome timed out, caught no one, made even that small sequence matter. Again, team fighting excellence on display for Liquid Echo. About a minute again for Falcons APBREN to make a better call and try to score a big objective. They are up about 200 gold. I'm wondering how good it is for Marco because Benicute is waiting. Benicute needs some items before he can get online.
Yeah, and small problem right now for Falcons APBREN. It's a level gap. One level ahead is Carl TZ over Kyle TZ. So they're going to have to equalize that at some point. Oh, Super Marco in danger.
This is, okay, he has to get out of there with a flicker. Able to withstand that, but again, they're going to be happy with just getting that battle spell down. Turtle up in 12.
Oh, Heptacy's already built up there for Flap TZ. So damage Benedetta. Oh!
Okay, they're trying to make a move on bottom. Few gets that terrified and they get crashed down by the circling eagle as Few does fall. And now Ice set onto that turtle. It has spawned. Kyle TZ is now part of the fight, but they have to stall it out a little bit too. Sanford is now towards this side of the map as they get prepped and ready. That's 4 versus 5. Few is up now, and they'll hold it together.
Yeah. Liquid Echo just has way too many weapons, man.
Sanford already going to jump in with a flicker, gets the stun on Super Marco! Dodges that last hit with the pounce, and now Okwin on the run, flickers onto the turret, but will finally get taken down. Liquid Echo finds everything in the exchange.
It's Hunt as one again. They're still continuing it. They're sticking together 5 minutes into the game. They're willing to trade out the bottom tower, allow Flap TZ to take it for himself, while Liquid Echo are getting kills and objectives.
This seems to be the perfect foil for Falcon APBREN's plan B. Again, it was clear in game 1 and 2 they did not have Flap TZ play in. Sanford played man-to-man defense and more like man-to-man, right? But here, Liquid Echo, they said, you know what? That's okay. Play the dead lane, make sure Flap TZ isn't much of a threat across the board. See this?
Wow.
He's just keeping him at bay. If anything, winning. Sanford here, playing man-to-man where it matters. He's keeping Flap TZ where he needs to be.
He's playing man-to-man and out of this world. 40 is fully back. This is the M4 World Championship form of Sanford that we're watching.
Crash down once again amid. Sanford jumps in with the bravest fighter, forcing them back. There's the Daytona's welcome. They're trying to disengage from this. Few still holding on to Mystic Gush. Not going to be able to use it just yet. But Falcons APBREN will be happy with a disengage.
Yeah, you actually saw Kyle TZ attempt to throw Kyle TZ under the turret, but the Baksha is just a little bit too big with a hitbox, bumped into the wall instead.
Got clipped there.
Yeah.
To his advantage, right? Down bottom, takes out.
Sword battle once again. Flap just trying to put pressure there. on the turrets. Carl Teasy now going to find Super Marco. Needs the help of the team here. They're actually going to give it a go on him, but JP just around the corner. And right now, Falcons APBREN struggling to find anything on the map to fight for.
Liquid Echo going way too fast. This is the Echo Express Reloaded Deluxe Game of the Year edition. Check it out. They've taken all turtles so far, 7 minutes in, and pushed deep in a top lane tier 2 already.
They're just playing at a pace that, so far this series, Falcons APBREN just can't catch up. You can see here in the gold breakdown, a slight lead for Carl Teasy over Kyle Teasy. Gets a little bit more from the kills and the assist bot lane.
Flap in trouble. Bobs and weaves. Electro Funnel blows out, goes into the wall. So the team trying to catch up to him. He's going to get the guiding win, but Sanford tries to go in with a flicker, can't catch him in time. Flap will survive.
Mr. Vinuya, who hurt you? Why are you playing this good tonight?
Dude, Sanji and Sanford again. Sanji on this Valentina, the last time he had a Valentina in his hands, he was up against a Novaria, did incredibly well. That was game number 1 with taking and making the most out of the Astral Echoes and other ultimates.
Oh, mid lane once again. They're just going to feel it out here. Don't want to commit anything just yet. Checking each other in this mid. Keep it together. Stun's going to land, but no commit just yet.
You know, you really see it happening before our eyes, the draft philosophy of Liquid Echo. Oh!
Jumps in. This could be a moment Daytona's welcome to use. Throws him into the wall. They're blasting him down with a Mystic Gush. And now furthering going down, but JP's heals are just too much. And Benny Cutie circles in around, but what a set with a circling eagle. And he's still going to be fine. No one falls in the exchange.
As one. Divided. We cannot fall. No one died. No one died. They went that deep.
What a fight. I was sure there would at least be a 1-for-1 and 2-for-2 trade, but no. They fight, both teams fight very well. They know when to get the kills, but they know when they need to back off as well. We're seeing the Florin in full effect because of the lead. They have the Bloom coming out of Daddy JP's. Florin actually gave Liquid Echo more chances to extend the fight a little bit longer and also survive. But they need to be careful, Liquid Echo, because we saw the response of Falcons APBREN. It's there. They can respond to it.
All right. It looks like Falcons APBREN have been losing a lot of the fights. Relatively keeping a low kill count. Many TKOs abound. But they seem like they want to dance. As Flap Teasy works the long lane, Carl Teasy and Kyle fighting for the Little Wanderer. The younger Teasy gets it.
Oracle already for this Lapu Lapu, so he will hurt and also be difficult to take down with the Spell Vamp and the shield that he'll be getting for himself.
Oh, Sanford
what a zone.
Again. There's Ogwin now. Flap trying to join the fight. Daytona's welcome into Benny Cutie. Now into the fight. Sanji holding on. Goes up from the front side, now Ogwin on the run. There's the damage coming out from Sanji this time around. He gets taken down and they're still going for more, forcing him out of the jungle here. Ogwin is the one to fall, and now Liquid Echo goes for the Lord.
Team fighting excellence once again on display for Echo. Liquid Echo. And just like that, they send Falcons APBREN a package, scoring a Lord!
Sanford! Again! The peak of Sanford right now. Carl Teasy on the run. Flap Teasy joins the fight, looking for Benny Cutie, but he gets taken down. The heals are just too much from JP. My God, Sanford.
It feels like we're in Jakarta all over again. Sanji stealing ultimates, making the most out of everything. The ultimate of the Matilda, the ultimate of even the Roger. At one point, the man was a Roger, just so he can basic attack a little bit better and even use the Lycan Pounce and focus on Sanford. Focus on this young man. He has been unstoppable with this Lapu Lapu. That's just a Hunter Strike. He built Dominance and Oracle. That's a hybrid Lapu, not a full damage Lapu.
Don't let the low kill score fool you, folks. A lot of technical knockouts, a lot of major turnarounds have gone down in this 11-minute bout. Liquid Echo are 6,000 gold ahead of Falcons APBREN, and they have effectively cordoned off the Falcons from flying. They can no longer roam around the map. It's very difficult to play with a Matilda this way.
So much pressure here. Like we mentioned, the flow coming out from Liquid Echo, and now eyes set on the base here. Shield's gonna be popped, Lord's gonna be worked on. Flap Easy jumps in, gets out with Electro final blow, holding on to as much health on these base turrets as they can. But Liquid Echo will further the gold lead and take further control of this game.
That's a successful defense by Falcons APBREN, but Liquid Echo not looking to relent, not looking to give them any room to breathe. Lord coming up in about a minute. I like the final blow by Sanji, stolen away to disengage.
Wow. Liquid Echo can ride this momentum out, and they're playing up against the signature Matilda of Ogwin. An off-kilter pick though for few. The static nature of a gourd may be what's changed here. And look at Sanford. He feels it. He is in the zone right now. Liquid Echo have prioritized fast, clear, high burst EXP for him, and it's worked.
They want to fight once again. Sanford jumps in, the bravest fighter. This guy is going. The pull comes in. Daytona's welcome into the walls of the Mystic Gush. They'll find JP. Kyle TZ falls though. The trade for the 1-for-1. Does FCAP want more? Sanji again holding on to the ult of Super Marco. Flap TZ working on that top side, pushing and putting some map pressure.
Oh, are they gonna stop him? Yeah, oh no, it's not gonna hit Sanford. So Falcons APBREN are looking for wins elsewhere. We see it though. FCAP can fight just a little bit, but they still need to play the map. Sanji.
Oh, spots, Flap, let's go. The Falcons are crawling. Before you can fly, you gotta crawl, you gotta walk, you gotta run. 6,000 gold ahead might seem like miles away, but this is one way to get it. Make the game last much longer.
That's tough to see.
I don't think there's any hunting that Falcons APBREN can do. I don't think Super Marco is in a position to jump in just yet. But maybe, just maybe, by lengthening this Lord dance, they can get one over. Maybe they can make the map as blue as they can.
EXP laners not going to be here in this fight. Look at the whole position that Sanji's holding with a Roger ultimate.
Oh, he's going to find Super Marco, gets him a half health, goes in. Wanted to go, but has to back off, taking that discipline route.
That's a Valentina trying to scratch out heads. I never thought I'd see that.
Never thought you'd see it. Sanji will be able to pull it off, and now Lord half health, less than half health. It will go for a soft reset here as Liquid pulls it through once again. Neither team wants to commit, and the XP laners might join the fight soon for this one.
Yeah, you see without Lapu Lapu, the team fighting for Liquid Echo for objectives a little bit difficult, but now it's 5v4. Sanford's here.
They're going to force Ogwin back, takes a ton of shots from Benny Cutie, guiding to win, but Sanford gets eaten up, and then Daytona's welcome, but the spin wheels are there, and Sanford gets the stun again on Ogwin, as two fall for FCAP, and the Lord goes to Liquid, and now Carl TZ will go ahead and power up right in front of Flap TZ, and Liquid Echo looks to make it into the base.
Liquid Echo have scattered and broken FCAP's formation, and now they're inside the base!
Super Marco does what he can, few clears with the Mystic Gush. They might have bought themselves a little bit more time to get ready for this defense.
Flap.
The push from the Lord.
He's still there. He gets taken out. 5v4. This might be it.
Oh, they might know it too. Super Marco gonna get forced back. They have to be able to clear this. Feud does not have the ult just yet. Trying to clear these minions out. Carl TZ rolling on into the base. They only have that one minion left, but another wave gonna be pushing in. There's the Mystic Gush. Sanji there on the backside. JP has to flicker out. And they hold it together for now. Sanji could be in trouble, but he's still able to survive. And now Sanford on the run as well. Kyle TZ gets the guiding wind, and they chased him down. But FCAP will have a successful defense so far, staying into the game.
That could have been it. That could have been it. 9,000 gold behind, a man down. That could have been it. But Falcons APBREN managed to hold on.
Falcons APBREN have their Roger built up. Still chasing items for their gourd, but that deals true damage. So you know that it is possible for them to fight The problem is the damage, the sustain of that Lapu Lapu. The fact that they can't get to the carry.
Uh-oh, backside. Carl Teasy gonna find Few.
Oh,
Few
no.
stuck in a
That's
bad
it.
position. No flicker available. He'll get taken down as the gore drops. And Flap Teasy cuts it off with the Electro final blow. But Liquid Echo again as they get prepped and ready. 30 seconds away for Few.
Full-on defensive maneuvers for the Falcons as Liquid Echo look to go at it again. One more go, one more siege, 5v4 in the base.
Wade's gonna push in, they get the heal out as well. Flap Teasy holding it down in the front, but he's taken down, and Super Marco gonna be next as Benny Cutie unloads, unleashes, and Liquid Echo now still looking to end the game, working on Kyle Teasy. The spin wheels come down, Ogwin the next to fall as Sanji picks up the kill, and Kyle Teasy can't do anything but watch as it's now 3-0.
Match point. Liquid Echo are at match point, but one game away from taking home the MPL Philippines Season 13 Championship.
You can hear it thundering, getting closer and closer. The gallops of Liquid Echo might just ride away with the championship of the Philippines. One more win, and it's been absolutely dominating.
Within or without the throes of a team fight, Liquid Echo seems to have Falcon APBREN's number.
They had Gord's number. Few, I understand. You know?
It's tough. You can't.
I understand.
You can't play a Gord with a lineup that has a Lapu Lapu,
A Sanford.
a Sanji, a Valentina is what I was gonna call it.
It's
a
just
Florin that just can
Tabaksha.
Can deny these punishes. It's ridiculous.
That Florin was such a good that was last pick, right? The Florin was the last pick. Oh man, that worked so well because you know, we saw this. There was no winning moments really for when it came to a full-on team fight.
There were just but glimmers of hope for Falcons APBREN. Hopium that maybe they can turn it around inside the base in these little turnarounds. But Liquid Echo, as good as they are at team fighting, they're good at knowing when it's time to turn around and regroup. And that's what makes him so dangerous. We're gonna go ahead and throw it over to a Midnight. He's gonna break it down and tell us exactly what's going on, how Liquid Echo made it to 3-0. Game 3.
Napakaganda naman ng ating mga cosplayer dito sa ating gilid. Pero napakaganda rin ng ating laro dito as Liquid Echo secures their third straight win in this Grand Finals. Once again, welcome back dito sa ating analyst stand. Ako nga pala si Midnight. And ating i-breakdown dito kung ano ba yung naging susi sa laban dito for Liquid Echo, kung bakit nila nakuha ang kanilang panalo. Una sa lahat, syempre, kailangan natin i-comment ang ating MVP na si Sanji. A stellar performance on the Valentina. And dito natin makikita yung mastery ng mga players dito sa kanilang mga heroes and kanilang mga roles. Nakikita naman natin sa ating mga screen, 207 KDA. Konti lang ang members ng Liquid Echo dito na namatay. And hindi doon isa si Sanji dahil nagamit niya rin yung kit essentially ng Falcons APBREN dito para makipag-micruhan. Do take note of the word makipag-micruhan. Meron pa tayo i-bring up na word mamaya. Pero essentially, gamit na gamit ng Liquid Echo yung kanilang kits or yung capability ng kanilang mga hero. Number 1, ang daming mobility, ang daming skirmishing capability ng isang Valentina. Number 2, napakakunat din ng kanilang frontliner and meron silang natural sustain. Kung isipin nyo si Valentina kapag nakakuha ng maraming XP, meron siyang passive na of course lalo rin lumalaki ang kanyang HP but also yung sustain. Dagdag nyo pa dyan yung kanyang 24/7 na availability dito dahil meron siyang Impure Rage. So laban ng laban dito ang Liquid Echo. Another term na kailangan nyo take note is again, laban ng laban. Kasi ito yung mga naging keys to victory ng Liquid Echo na constantly hinaharap ng Falcons APBREN. Dagdag pa natin dyan yung problema na meron silang CC immune na hero na si Sanford on the Lapu Lapu. Ang ginagawa lang ni Lapu Lapu dito is essentially tinatalunan yung barats ng Falcons APBREN or kahit sinong hero actually na nasa harap ng Falcons APBREN and sinusubukan silang iligtas nila Ogwen, sinusubukan nila mag-dash out, basically forcing out yung mga spells or yung mobility kits na meron dito ang Falcons APBREN. Kaya naman nahihirapan mag-engage dito ang Falcons APBREN dahil constantly ang ginagawa nila is sumasagot lang sila sa mga binibigay dito ng Liquid Echo. And through that yung mga random na nangyayari dito sa mid-game ay nagpa-farm lang si Benecutie. Kumbaga, hindi lang siya kumakalmot lang. Nagpa-farm lang din siya. And yung lugar ng mapa na wala essentially ang Falcons APBREN ay doon nila nilalagay si Benecutie. There was a point in time na mid lane lang yung gustong laruan ni Benecutie para makalipat siya sa may top, makalipat siya sa may bot, kung saan man siya dalhin ng hangin na kanyang binubuo dahil nagsimula ng mamuo ang bagyo pagdating ng late game. And again, nandoon yung proteksyon ng kanilang mga members, specifically si Sanji na nakikipag-outplayan din sa may bandang unahan. Kung makikita nyo yung lineup dito ng Liquid Echo, again, binanggit natin kanina, napakataas ng kanilang skirmishing capability, nandoon yung micro capability, nandoon yung ability nila na makipagsuntukan at makipaglabanan sa Falcons APBREN without having to suffer the consequence. Isa pang na-utilize talaga ng todo rito is si JP. So medyo nabubuo nyo na yung picture ng laro ng Liquid Echo dito. Essentially, ang ginagawa ng Liquid Echo ay nilalabanan nila yung Falcons APBREN to buy time. Sinasayang nila yung oras at yung atensyon ng Falcons APBREN para makabuo ng oras dito kay Benecutie. Wala silang crowd control essentially. Yung mga nakita nyong heroes sa likod ko kanina, ang dami nilang crowd control. Dito sa Liquid Echo, wala silang crowd control. Maliban doon sa stun, pati na si Terrify ni Valentina, tsaka pati na rin ni Lapu-Lapu. Although may bula-bula din naman mula kay Florin. Pero walang reliable, walang hard CC ang Liquid Echo dito. Napakalinaw ng kanilang win condition. Dalhin natin si Benecutie papunta ng late game. Kaya naman, for the first 7 minutes of the game, nakita natin yung Liquid Echo dito na nakikipagbardagulan lang, kino-contest yung mga turtle, and similar to game number 2, instead of actually taking those neutral objectives or forcing those neutral objectives, nakikipaglaban sila. Ilang beses natin nakita na nagte-turn ang Liquid Echo. Essentially, wala silang pake kung makuha nila yung objective o hindi. Very similar sa ina-employ din minsan na laro ng Falcons APBREN na ngayon ay pinapamana sa kanila ng Liquid Echo. Sinasayang nila yung oras nila Super Margo, oras nila Kyle TZ, oras ni Ogwen for the sake of buying space para sa rich guy dito ng Liquid Echo 811 GPM. And syempre, nandun din naman yung mga map movements ni Benecutie. Nandoon yung kanyang presence of mind na puntahan yung mga lane na essentially parang walang kwentang puntahan dahil kukuha siya ng farm doon at madadagdag ng additional pressure. Kumbaga, kung ikaw yung Falcons APBREN, gusto mo maglaro sa top, gusto mo maglaro sa mid, may low pressure yung area na nabubuo doon sa bottom lane kasi may nagtutulak ng wave, may nagpupush ng towers, essentially may additional pressure ka na kailangang intihin. Habang yung Falcons APBREN ay busy makipaglaban dito kila Sanji, kila Carl TZ, at pati na rin kila Sanford. And itong mga heroes na to, may damage sila ng early to mid game. Unfortunately, for Falcons APBREN, kailangan din nilang hintahin yung kanilang mga damage para ma-convert nila yung mga bursts, yung mga pokes into actual kills. And dito na napaganda yung last pick ng Liquid Echo. Nung kinuha nila yung Florin, essentially na-eliminate yung number 1 problem ng Liquid Echo dito. Fine, wala silang crowd control, pero kulang yung damage ng Falcons APBREN. Kaya naman, all throughout that early to mid game, nakita natin na nakikipaglaban lagi ang Liquid Echo dito laban sa Falcons APBREN and hindi nila ever na pressure yung carry ni Benecutie. Kaya naman tumaba dito yung carry and doon na siya nakasimula na maramdaman ng Falcons APBREN with the damage. Now, mabilis lang natin titignan dito ang heat map dahil yung game ay talaga napakasimple lang for the side of Liquid Echo. Makikita natin yung movements ni Carl TZ. I would say medyo kalat yung ikot ni Carl TZ kasi kailangan niyang gawin to. And essentially, 4 na members yung dinadala ni Carl TZ para maglagay ng pressure sa side ng kalaban. After yung initial rotation ng mga junglers, nandun siya sa side ng kalaban, kinokontest niya yung Barats, pinalilipad na yung Matilda ni Ogwen, all to attract the attention para sa kanya. Hindi naman dahil sa attention seeker siya, Pero yun ang trabaho ni Baksha dito sa game na to. And na-amplify din yan ng existence ni Florin. Essentially, dinadala niya yung 4 na members kung saan man sila pwede maglagay ng pressure para mawala yung attention dito kay Benny Cutie. Kaya naman naramdaman ng Falcons APBREN dito yung bagyo. Pagdating ng late game, napakataas na ng damage output ni Kari. Kaya naman nakuha nila ang game number 3. Cavalry! One more game! Sabay-sabay tayo! Isa na lang! Isa na lang! Isa na lang! Pero syempre, hindi na mapapatalo dyan ang Falcons APBREN. Guys! APBREN! Nako, kulang. Pakita natin. Falcons APBREN! Let's cheer for Falcons APBREN! Para naman makita natin ang dalawang best team sa buong mundo na makabawi. Pero syempre, bago tayo mag-proceed sa ating game number 4, kausapin muna natin ang ating mga host na si Mara at pati na rin si Hans Galeria.
Welcome to see you sa MSC World Qualified teams from all over the world who have qualified for the upcoming MSC 2024 coming this July in Riyadh.
You know, the last time we went to Brazil to visit RQ Akira, but this time around we're gonna go into Myanmar to take a look at the qualifiers champions, none other than Falcon Esports.
That's right. You know, Myanmar has a storied history for the international MLBB tournament. We cannot forget Burmese Goose Dark Horse run back in M2 World Championship where ultimately they had to face the then APBREN Esports.
And then you're gonna have to take a look at the hype as well that they brought in MSC 2022, where the same organization, the same team brought about a different set of players, but now heading into it 2 years later, they would want to replicate or maybe go above and beyond in terms of taking themselves into the final.
Now, if we take a look at the stats, Falcon Esports have a 100% match win rate, and that's how they qualified for the MSC 2024. That means they swept the entire qualifiers.
To elaborate, that's 3 group stage matches that they swept their competition, and then when they got into the playoff round, it's 2 matches that they've also swept their opponents, and then when they reached the grand finals for the qualifiers, it was just 1 match. It took them 4 games, a 4-0 sweep against the former M2 representatives, the Burmese schools, to take the MSC spot.
And that's why most of the players have a 100% win rate with their heroes. Now, if you take a look at Kid X, 4 out of 5 heroes undefeated. That's Angela, Edith, Grok, and Matilda.
You're also gonna have to take a look at the Barats because you see it in 3 different positions. That's the jungler, that's the mid laner, and that is also the EXP with Dax, Royal Milk, and PX7 respectively. So this is a very flexible squad that can use a hero or a single hero in different circumstances.
Now, if you take a look at Dax, they have a Pocket Alice pick, and PX7 with Farsa. Heroes that we don't normally see here in the Philippines, but that's the taste of Myanmar MLBB.
Probably, but rest assured that Myanmar and Falcon Esports will be ready when they get to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Which is why for Falcon Esports, MSCU.
Suportahan ang ating mga koponan. Yan ang Falcons APBREN at Liquid Echo sa kanilang kampanya to represent the Philippines in the upcoming Mid-Season Cup in partnership with Esports World Cup happening this July in Riyadh,
Our
Saudi
representatives and the rest of the world will also have a chance for a $3 million life-changing prize pool at that.
Kaya simulan na natin ang ating game number 4. Casters, pasok!
Thanks, Mara and Hans, and as well, thanks, Midnight, and we do agree. Our cosplayers are indeed amazing. MSCU covers the already qualified teams for MSC 2024, the Mid-Season Cup, and they just talked about Falcon Esports who find their way back into the mid-year major international tournament. And if you'll notice, PX7, Benny, and Royal Milk were once Phoenix Esports, who was last year's Burmese competitor.
Yeah.
So that's why they might be familiar.
I think I love the segments that we have here, kind of familiarizing the audience out there, because we know there's a lot of eyes on this right now of who's going to be battling it out for MSC.
It's
because
a month out.
It's a month out, and I think we're going to count on a lot of the content creators out there. You know, I'm sure we'll probably do something too. Of course, I might have to throw an MSC trailer you didn't ask for out there, you know, to bring us in.
Nobody asked for it because that ruins it.
Yeah, you should get maybe like 2 dudes relatively somewhat close to you, like, you know, to help you with sound effects, you know, like acapella sound effects would be great for your little trailers.
2 dudes?
I'm 2 dudes.
I'm not very good, dude. Maybe you do this.
No, you do it.
100%
I'm not
adding
saying I'm not talking about us.
the yo-yo sound effect inside.
Raptor, that was amazing.
No,
CC got banned game 3, so you can't go with the. How would that go again? Right? See? Told
Sounds
y'all.
about
Acknowledge
right.
me.
That was Raptor. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, before we get back into the matchup again, Game 4 beckons. Liquid Echo at match point. We're looking for the smart game face of the day. Champions Arena, here's your chance to be the next smart game face of the day winner.
All you guys here have to do is just flash the hashtag The Power of Smart on your devices in a green background. Put your game face on to win a redeemable in-game code. You know, I realized too on the English stream this whole season, it's like I hope audience out there is doing this themselves at home.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know,
be part of the show.
Be part of the show. And Renmar will replicate it.
Yeah, at us on social media.
I was really hoping you guys would forget it.
Find any of us on X, on Instagram, on
man.
Facebook. All right, this young lady here is the
You can do
winner.
that.
And Reptar can definitely pull that off.
Come
All right.
on.
There- oh, she added a piece.
With the heart. No, that was finger heart.
That's a finger heart, sir.
There it is.
And then the
you
finger
end
heart.
it. There you
Oh,
go.
Good job.
That's my guy right there.
That's my English talent goat.
Thank you.
Best English talent for season 13.
The things I do for the job I love.
That's right.
I hate you two though.
Do it for the broadcast.
Yeah.
All right, so back into the action here. Once again, Liquid Echo at match point.
That's crazy.
Like no other time in season 13, like no other time in recent memory, for that matter, has Falcons APBREN been handed a beating like they have been here. I'm not going to mince my words. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Liquid Echo have their number. Something has to drastically change, especially since Liquid Echo is given the chance to pick their side here in Game 4, and they say, it's go time. We're going blue.
Yeah, there was something Midnight said earlier. It seems like in that game and in the series so far, we're seeing a lot of calculated time wasting by Liquid Echo. What do we mean by that? They're making Falcons APBREN take engagements that in the big picture aren't good for Falcons APB. They're not getting their rotations right. They're not getting their timings right. They're not getting their priorities straight. So Liquid Echo have made Falcons APBREN play into their game. Now that they're on the blue side and match point, will that change? Because it has to. Falcons APBREN need to start with the EXP lane. The play for Sanford has been simple. They will pick a hero with fast wave clear, big burst, quick rotation. If they can take that away from Sanford, that might be a start.
Here we go. First pick for the House of Highlights. For the once known as the Echo System, the Echo Express, Liquid Echo. First pick, the Minotaur. Picking it for Daddy JP. The answer back by Falcons APBREN, taking away Carl TZ's Baksha and putting that signature Yuzhong on the flap.
And Sanji getting the Valentina again.
Again.
He was MVP the previous game, but his game and play style in game number 1 was crucial as well to that success. It seems like Liquid Echo have been throwing it back. They're giving Sanford and Sanji heroes that they've shined with in the past. Valentina for Sanji. Come on, look back at your memory banks and just think of the plays you used to pull off with that hero when it was the go-to pick. And of course, Paquito, even the Lapu-Lapu for Sanford.
This is insane because so far, you know, the fact that even Betty Cutie's going to have this carry again, it's why change anything so far? And you have so much success throughout the series. A Farsa's picked up now. by Falcons APBREN.
Oh, this is tough. That's the third game in a row, fourth game. Now that Few has displayed a fragile hero that needs to be at range and is prime for the hunting for Sanford. But they are blocking out Sanford, Biggs. Coach Dougie, Coach Treb taking out the Paquito.
Yeah, and they also have to block off, honestly, either the Benedetta or the Lapu.
I'd reckon the Lapu.
Yeah, the Lapu most probably. Because the Farsa pickup, I feel like it's I wouldn't call it an overthink, but in a way you can think about it as they're blocking what could be down the line an X-board pickup for Sanford. And at the same time, we know that Farsa before was one of the counters to the X-board, just burst it down so that he can take away the Faraga armor right away.
This land is
Yep,
so there it is.
And it will soon
This, after the series so far, why not?
Yeah.
It's our showtime.
They're taking away the claw.
It's so clear what issues Falcons APBREN are dealing with. That's why the bans are so easy to read out now in Game 4. No room for mistakes, not a single slip-up, especially in the draft for Falcons APBREN. From their clutches, the back-to-back might just go. It's but one game away. What does Coach Ducky think they want to get in? A gold laner? They want to put the Roger on here now?
They're probably thinking about the Roger, but the problem is the Minotaur is what's shown. Minotaur great against hero with dashes because he's that hero that wastes dashes from the opponents, forcing them to use it to get out of the range of that Minnow and Fury.
I'm the priestess
They go for the Edith instead, and I was thinking about this as the roam for Ogren.
It's been a while.
But there's something I'm missing now. What is it? Akai?
It was Akai and Arlott.
Arlott, okay.
That's still a lot of CC, man.
It's a lot of CC, and this is one of those heroes, obviously, where Arlott shined through the regular season. And we all know, sometimes it can come down to that just crazy team-setting final slash.
You'll see the face of Coach Tic Tac nodding his head as if this would be the last. And there's a Roger. Again, duly noted, right, that Minotaur can definitely waste the dashes and the iframes on Roger, but if there's any indication that Marco can iframe through those major windows in the Minnow and Fury from yesterday's matchups, then maybe he can do it here tonight. More so, he should be able to do it here tonight. So this is the lineup that both teams decide to bring into Game 4. The match point game for Liquid Echo. The start of the possibly reverse sweep for Falcons APBREN. And is this for once? For once, it's actually Liquid Echo who the algorithm favors.
Yep, it's favoring them. If you look at their lineup, it's very disruptive. So much disruption for a direct team fight that Falcons APBREN can bring up. Flap TZ and Ogwen, I feel like the pressure with them is going to be on this one. Flap TZ, Sanford has had this number all season long. Ogwen on that Edith, we've seen Edith be the X factor.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
It's do or die. It ends here, or it goes on for much longer. Momentum may shift. Falcons APBREN holding on for dear life. Liquid Echo looking to go for the jugular. Game 3 went their way. 3-0 the score. Comes down to this.
Oh, man. You can hear the crowd this side of the venue real quick, too. Emblems. Oh, hold on. Wow, Benny Cutie getting poked down a lot.
Ogwen Super Marco. I like the rotations here by Ogwen. Supplementing his gold laner as well early on. Flap TZ might be able to push back Arlott. Push back Sanford in lane, win a little bit more, yes. But now, going into the team fights, he really has to time it well because Sanji can get his Black Dragon form and mean that Falcons APBREN will be pushed back and Flap TZ will have no backup.
All right, the gold lane seems to be a more cautious lane for Falcons
Frozen.
APBREN, and down bottom, XP. I think after Carl TZ went in to visit, might actually be an advantage for, oh wait!
Already gonna find the heavy spin lockdown. Kyle could be in trouble. Flapsy's gonna jump in to help him. Using the Petrify. They punish Carl, they punish Sanford. Kyle will fall himself, but now Sanji on the chopping block will be able to get away but what a turn of events!
You actually saw Few was about to get a Curse of Crow stun onto Sanji, but nope, he used the Purify just in time to make sure he doesn't get controlled. Liquid Echo a little bit too eager with that one. Let's see if Falcons APBREN will be able to get that turtle.
Oh, pop in the Feathered Airstrike immediately. As you can see here, Kyle TZ goes straight for the turtle. That's an early win for Falcons APBREN. No contest, looking like, unless...
At first I thought it looked really bad there for Falcons APBREN because actually Flap TZ couldn't hit level 3 just yet.
Yep.
But he was able to, he just thought, you know what, I'm just going to go in and use my Petrify. Why not? And it worked out for them.
Okay, they actually want to put some more pressure here. Ogwin using that combination, Earth Shatter onward. But right now, no one still going down. A flicker going to be used this time around, though. Heavy spin already being committed. Ogwin will use a Primal Wrath, but here comes JP and also on the backside. Going to be chased down by Flap TZ. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Carl did fall. JP could be next, but a final slash from Sanford will be able to fire back. They might want more, but it's a 2-for-1 trade so far. FCAP holds the lead.
They get the win there. Economically speaking, they're about 1,000 gold ahead. And if they can go back-to-back with those kinds of engagements as we go into the next turtle, as we go into the Lord, then the story might just change.
It was a good call by Flap TZ. Instead of joining the fight, he put himself in a little bit of a solo mission there to take down Carl TZ, and that ensured that it ended as a 2-for-1 and not just a 1-for-1 trade that could have been a win for Liquid Echo. Falcons APBREN now, the first time in a long time, we're seeing them in control. Not a complete and total lead, but they are in control.
Up top, Ogwin, eyes on Marco. Still not in any shape to go hunting. Down bottom, it's Few and Flap TZ. So this is what they call the Falcons APBREN buddy system. And so far, it's working out for them. 4 minutes in to this bout. Turtle coming up in about 10. And JP spots Marco, pushes him back.
Okay. Looking at the turtle, Ogwin already holding that shrub, so he got the info. He let that go, though, so that means Liquid Echo will be able to put themselves in a better position here. And Few already using the ultimate.
That's a preemptive Feathered Airstrike. Way out of range as the turtle spawns. Huge presence from both sides here. Falcons APBREN circling around their prey. Liquid Echo looking to make some space, galloping through, forcing Few to go fly.
They want to go ahead and fight. They get the Purify out. Now they're going to force it in the mid lane. Sanji holding on to his own Feathered Airstrike, but Ogwin will get taken out in an instant. And Sanji still holding on to the Feathered Airstrike, and now still the fight for this turtle. Going to break out. Sanford goes in the backside, forcing Super Marco back. No one starts it up just yet. There's the drop down from Few, looking for the kill. Sanji fires back. Has to flick around and wings by wings out. Both mid laners still fine, and now we're back to the turtle.
Scrum, side by side. Turtle now at a third of its health. Who's gonna get it?
Still the battle board goes. Heavy spin gonna be used by Carl TZ. Sanford trying to help him out. Kyle TZ will get the turtle. Onward in they go. They flip him over their head. Hunting for Sanford. He's trying to bob and weave out. Vengeance after vengeance. Sanford is at it again.
Parkour! Parkour! Sanford gets away!
What a play! Still though, Falcons APBREN can revel in this advantage that they have. Marco! No way, no way, no way, no way.
Oh, he wants to fire back possibly. The rest of the team making the way up here.
Suplex!
Onward into the Earth Shatter! JP will fall!
The Falcons are biting back. I don't know if birds bite, but this is the closest that we'll see Few fly away. Kenya!
Oh, Few, you couldn't fly any further. Gets the stun, tries to get out, but he'll find Sanford! Few actually gets something in the exchange.
That's a double knockout. Both men hitting each other in the jaw with the right hand.
Falcons APBREN, they're thankful for Few, Kapitan. We're glad you got that stun off just in time to make sure that it became a trade and not just a kill for Liquid Echo. Because this is the best the map has looked for the Falcons in a long while. Liquid Echo, though, this is still a very close game. Sanji is still playing out of his mind as a Valentina cosplaying as a Farsa.
Is this how Falcons APBREN beat Liquid Echo? Is this how they stop the Stampede? Do they start playing messy and start playing according to Liquid Echo's rules? Because that's what's been happening. 7 minutes in, they've been fighting very dirty. They've been allowing trades, and now the knock-up!
They want to fight again. JP gets dismantled right in the mid lane very quickly. I set now on Carl Teasy going to get knocked up, but there's Shatter. The jump in from Flap. Teasy comes in. Heavy spin on defensive, but Super Marco will clean up the kill. FCAP is looking great.
It's actually happening, folks. A big lead has begun to snowball for Falcons APBREN. Sanji, though, look at him do his damnedest to hold there. And with the tower in mid, falling. Will it? Actually, no way. No, yeah, of course it fell. And the turtle going to Falcons APBREN. You can definitely say this portion of the game is theirs.
Banger after banger. Falcons APBREN dig deep and find it in them to fight like this. Check it out. Started with a big suplex. The answer back, the feathered airstrike from Few. And now, I think they figured it out. They now know how Liquid Echo move, both on the offense and the defense. And they're using that knowledge now. It's like machine learning. It's like AI.
They've understood it a little bit better. Falcons APGPT right now, from what we're seeing. And they continue to press forward. They're reading. I totally agree with you, Leo, because you see how Ogun's actually conserving not his Earth Shatter, his Onward. He's making the most out of the Onward. He'll use the Earth Shatter or the Onward to initiate, then use whatever's available left to deal another moment of crowd control to throw Liquid Echo out of their team fight flow. Because it's usually JP or whoever's nearby to flank, usually Carl TZ as well.
And again, not just on the offense, even in the defense, even when, as Midnight mentioned, wasting time, they're able to do that to allow for them to regroup and retake objectives. It happened in that second to the last turtle fight. So now, 9 minutes in, about 5,000 gold ahead, Falcons APBREN are controlling the map. What's Liquid Echo to do? I honestly can't tell you because the dynamics of this matchup has changed. The tides of battle. We haven't seen this in a while, not since we last saw them fight in the upper bracket finals.
Again, Liquid Echo know that one of the biggest conditions for the team fight of Falcon APBREN is the survivability of Ogwin. If Ogwin's up and he can free hit, not a good fight. If they can burst Ogwin down quickly enough, they lose the front line, puts the pressure onto Kyle and or Flap. Heroes that they are happier to deal with.
So now Lord has spawned. Kyle TZ first to the scene. Preemptive feathered airstrike by Few. Lord here, 3/4 up.
Sanji holding on to his own dragon form. Few and Super Marco holding into that bush. They know he's there. They're going to jump in. Kyle Teasy jumps over the wall. He's cut off from the Lord, though. They're still going to be working it out. Dragon form going to be used by Flap. Heavy spin going to be used. Carl Teasy will secure the Lord. And now they're in trouble. Benny Cutie already taken out of the picture. Sanford trying to run away. But FCAP wants the fight. They want the bodies. And on the backside, JP running away as well. Flap wants it. He gets it. And he gets Sanji on top of it. 4 down for Team Liquid.
Falcons APBREN straight up took the Team Liquid jersey and said it's our turn to fight like this. Spread out through the battlefield, giving away the Lord, but taking bodies down 4 for none.
Flap TZ playing like every person we've gone up against in RG who's had a bad early game, a bad start, and says, my turn. Flap TZ's 5-0-4. He has been great with this Yuzhong in this game, the timing of the entries, and where he is hunting to go for those clean up kills and zone outs. Liquid Echo's team fighting has been shattered right now.
Crawling back into a favorable position. Falcons APBREN are hitting altitudes they have never hit in the Grand Finals here in Season 13, the Champions Arena, slowly turning green and yellow. The Bees have been making more noise now than ever. Looking at the real-time win rate, AI says 64% for our defending champions. How could this go sideways? I dare say if they find Marco. Marco being deathless is a clear clear target for Liquid Echo.
Wow. Not sure if they're going to get the chance. That's a whole lot going to be used for this tier 2 turret. Carl TZ still the front of it all. Goes in with a heavy spin. Going to find Ogwin. Now they have to find the mid lane. They get the lockdowns they're looking for. The battle comes out and it commences. Sanji still holding on. The ultimate goes in with his own like and pounce. But Kyle TZ goes in the front, forcing him back.
Wow.
It's only Flap that fell the 1-for-1 again.
Worst case scenario, it's a man-to-man trade. Best case scenario, Falcons APBREN got what they wanted. It's only the base turret standing for Liquid Echo.
And Falcons APBREN, though Flap TZ fell, they're happy with that engagement. Although they would have been happier if they got the kills. You saw Ogwin wasn't taken down. He had a full-on Primal Wrath charged up. He was able to free hit. But kudos to Liquid Echo for being able to sidestep at the right time and being able to get away. Revisiting the matchup of the gold laner, Super Marco finally has had a much better game compared to Benny Cutie. 180 plus for the gold per minute. Really just goes to show how much better Falcons APBREN played the early game, found the spike in that mid game, and most importantly, they're not allowing Liquid Echo to waste their time in the map.
An enhanced Lord about to spawn just a couple of seconds from now. So far, everyone watching at home, you might be raising your eyebrows. Hey, why is Few pulling the trigger on the Feathered Airstrike so soon? It's all because of timing.
Yep.
The GOAT here has built multiple layers of CDR. Yep. So fights can start with a Feathered Airstrike and they can end with another Feathered Airstrike.
And he's got the Winter Transit now available for this Lord fight. If Falcon APBREN can get this, this could get them that first victory in the series.
Lord right out of its pit, very slightly, favored for Falcons APBREN. A third of its health in.
They want to fight once again. Falcons APBREN going for the jungler of Liquid Echo. Carl TZ already have to use the heavy spin. One ult down, and they'll still work for more.
Sanji.
Falcon APBREN also using their own. Sanji waiting up patiently, and they'll go and dance for the Lord as they get prepped and ready. Sanji forced out of the position.
They push him out of the bush. Looking for a reset. Oh, Final Slash!
Sanford goes in with Final Slash. JP looking for his own setup. Right on the backside. Flap TZ will get caught as he's taken down. Down one member. Falcons APBREN. Numbers disadvantage for them. Liquid Echo, how will they play this out?
Liquid Echo seems to have stepped on the clutch and went from 0 to 60 in 0.
Kyle!
Once again, Kyle's in trouble, gets knocked up. Sanford's there to follow up. Benny Cutie will get the kill. And now FCAP on the run. Even with the gold lead they have, they are going to lose this Lord as Carl TZ gets into the fight, breaks out once again in the jungle.
Oh.
Sanford will fall, but the objective goes to Team Liquid Echo.
Falcons APBREN, miscommunications, it looked like mispositionings. Carl TZ being that far back and advanced, crossing the middle portion of the map, the middle split. Not the right call there. But you have to credit Sanford for starting that advantage for Liquid Echo, getting the Final Slash to initiate that fight that meant Flap TZ would be taken down. That's why Kyle TZ, it looked like he was pressured. Oh, I know Ogwin's here, but he has to protect the back. It's my job as the jungler now, as this Baksha, to get vision, to go to the front. Liquid Echo knew that and said, when you see Kyle cross, take him down.
Straight up tempo break on that Final Slash changed the timing on Falcons APBREN's approach, allowing Liquid Echo to score a major objective. An enhanced Lord for the cavalry, turning the map a little bit more blue. But they will fail to take down this main artery. Mid lane tier 1 still stands. Falcons APBREN allowed to regroup. It's not like they can't leave the base just yet, but definitely it's looking closer to a 50-50. I'd reckon this real-time win rate was calculated maybe before that Lord fight.
Yeah. It's, man, FCAP still holds on to the lead, but did they grab what they were looking for if your team Liquid Echo? They surely did. The next thing on that list could be right here. Super Marco has to rely on the rest of the team. Gonna get locked down. Super goes in again. FCAP, what happened? Super Marco and Flap TZ down. Liquid Echo now making their way in the mid lane. They're 30 seconds away from having the full force of Falcons APBREN. Can they stall it out?
What a read by Carl. What a rotational read by Carl. He knew where Super Marco would want to go. Final slash.
Final slash could be used again. 3 members of FCAP. JP jumps in with Mono and Fury and will work it more. Few trying to heal up, hold the base together. Super Marco and Flapteezy will be up. Team Liquid Echo almost looking to sweep the series.
You give them an inch, they take a mile. You slip up, and they win with a sweep. That could have been it. Liquid Echo. But Falcons APBREN have members spawning. Carl Teasy feeling it in his fingers.
2 slip-ups. Will there be a third? If there is another, that might be the end. No antique harasses on the side of Falcons APBREN. They built Dreadnought armors, but they rushed other items before that. Items very close. Everyone has what they need. Again, it goes back to one team playing better than the other. Few just picking up a Divine Glaive now would be big. It will help with the burst onto JP Sanford and Carl. Ben Cutie read into that, and with great itemization picked up a Rose Gold Meteor so he can survive a bit more magic damage.
This Lord could be it. Spawning upper quarter of the map. Liquid Echo first to the scene. Carl Teasy whacking away, pulling it slightly towards their side. Lord here approaching half health. Sanji taking a bush up north. Flapteezy taking control of the river bush. JP and Benny Cutie, a perilous position here.
What can Falcons APBREN do here? Super Marco in the front, trying to be some bait for Liquid Echo. Slowly but surely, Conceal going to be used. Who they clash down on. They find the knock-up. Immortality going to be popped. JP the one to fall. Sanji chase him down. He's going to get cut off. Uses the Lycan Pounce to fight back. But Kyle Teasy's the one to fall. And in the mid lane, they're in trouble. Liquid Echo, the cavalry down. Marco is still going. And now he's looking for Sanji. Super Marco can't do it.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me! It'll be one man walking down mid! Sanji, the mid laner of Liquid Echo, to win it for them!
Oh, he bought the Winter Truncheon! Sanji has the minions! Liquid Echo savored glory before, and they'll savor it again!
The cavalry tramples through, taking the throne in a stampede. Liquid Echo are your MPL Philippines Season 13 champions.
Liquid Echo have turned the world upside down. The 5 horsemen have reclaimed their royal lineage. Let's go, Liquid! Let's go!
We were expecting a blowout. We were expecting a spectacle, but not like this. The Champions Arena is bloody with Falcons APBREN's hopes and dreams. We're going back to back. Little did we know Liquid Echo would want to go home earlier than we expected.
Oh man, it's good to see again, you know, Falcons APBREN. We just got a glimpse of them. They're still in high spirits. Did not expect this to be a sweep, gentlemen. But you can hear the Champions Arena erupting because let's go Liquid.
Fight per fight, blow by blow. Liquid Echo had Falcons APBREN's number. And even in that last moment when Super Marco was bound to go savage, Liquid Echo, Sanji specifically, stood up and said, not on my watch. We're taking that trophy home.
The streak ends. This roster that went on a world tour has come back home, failed to defend their crown here, and they have to bow down to the new kings of the Philippines.
And the kings ride on horses on high. These two teams, folks, you'll see them once again in action in MSC 2024 in Riyadh. But let this be a message sent across the world. Even gods do bleed, and blood is drawn from the blade of the cavalry.
Oh man, talk about just a story that we're going to have here. And either way, gentlemen, we have to say we're in good hands going forward to MSC and Riyadh. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll see another rematch between them. Who knows? But one hell of a series.
A hell of a series. It wasn't what we expected, but you can't take it away from them. They looked like the best team in the world today as they took it to Falcons APBREN.
You remember what Carl Thiese said days earlier, winning is everything. And now they have everything in the palm of their hands. The MPL Philippines Season 13 trophy.
The Champions Arena, you see it in all its glory. And soon we will see Liquid Echo in there.
Champions Arena, your MPL Philippines Season 13 champion, Liquid Echo!
Liquid Echo, you may now
take what's
what is
rightfully yours.
In 3,
2, 1. Champions Arena, your MPL Philippines Season 13 champion. Congratulations! Now you may now take your walk of victory. Go to the front. To award the medals, please welcome Dr. Oliver Evangelista, Senior Sports and Games Regulation Officer of Games and Amusement Board.
medals now right in front of you. Liquid Echo Roamer. Or should I say Liquid Echo Gold Laner, Benny Cutie. Liquid Echo Roamer, JP. Liquid Echo Jungler, Carl Teasy. Liquid Echo XP Laner, Sanford. Liquid Echo Mid Laner, Sanji. Liquid Echo Gold Laner, Outplayed. Liquid Echo Jungler, Zyda. Liquid Echo Head Coach, Coach Tic Tac.
And of course, Mitch, congratulations.
Also getting a medal is Coach CJ.
Smile for the camera. And now, it's time to celebrate the player who exhibited the best performance through the best of 7 series. Your MPL Philippines Season 13 Finals MVP is Sanford! To award the Finals MVP trophy, please welcome Mr. Marlon Marcelo, Executive Director of the Philippine Esports Organization. Sanford, congratulations! Describe mo naman sa amin, anong naiisip mo, anong nararamdaman mo ngayon?
Makakabili na po ako ng bagay na di ko kailangan.
Parang narinig ko na yan. Carl TZ, congratulations. You're back to being a champion. Kamusta ang pakiramdam now that you're on top of Filipino MLBB once again?
Sobrang sarap lang po sa pakiramdam na parang lahat ng nakakalaban ko sobrang dominating tas tinatalo namin.
On your recent interview, I think with our media, nabanggit nila na tinanong ka nila, may kasama bang swerte yon? Pero sinabi mo hindi, malakas talaga kami. Ngayon, gaano ba kalakas ang Echo heading or Liquid Echo heading into MSC? Ilang porsyento ang i-expect namin from you guys?
Tingin ko po sa ganda po, 50% pa lang po namin to para sa akin.
Mara, 50% pa lang nila itong Grand Finals.
Congratulations once again to Liquid Echo. Now, we're gonna walk forward, but before we do that, you may now take your bow. And our champions, take your walk of victory. Gentlemen, one more cheer for your champion, Team Liquid Echo! This marks the end of the fight para sa tagumpay of MPL Philippines Season 13.
In behalf of the entire MPL teams, talents, and everyone who joined us in this journey, we express our heartfelt gratitude.
Lagi namin pinagpapaalala sa lahat ng ating mga manonood. Magkakaiba man ang ating pinagdadaanan, sama-sama pa rin tayo sa laban.
Para sa tagumpay!
Keep it good vibes everybody and see you
kita tayo sa
at
MSC!